Hey everyone, we wanted to thank you for sharing your time with us every week. Hazel and I love talking Destiny and interviewing guests.
However, we realize that we produce a lot of content in our shows and it might be a little crazy at times.
Yeah, especially all the Hazels getting off the rails and rabbit holes. It's crazy.
Mother...
So I had all kinds of ideas on how to change the show. Make 2 shows, split them in half, cut out content. I don't know.
Yeah, trust me. You don't realize all the crazy shit he had in mind. So, you are welcome, listeners. I fought for you.
Hey, I thought the new cat segment would be awesome.
Yeah, because who doesn't love a 4-hour podcast? So, we are bringing back timestamps. We will provide them every week. Just look at the show description for the episode, and you can jump to where you like. For all you people out there like to zip around and don't have time for, all of our shenanigans.
Yep, right there below the episode. Yeah, it's right there. Go look. I'll wait.
Take your time, or not, because the longer you take, the more time this ad's going to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, we respect your time and know that you're busy with life and week and everything else. So, check them out.
And later, Guardian.
Come on, man, not that crap again.
Hey, man, DMG loves cats. I mean, we see cat pics every week in the TWAB.
I get it. You're pandering to him and Hippie, because Hippie likes them too.
Yeah.
It's not DMG anyway, you noob. It's Cosmo.
No, DMG loves cats.
It's Cosmo.
I thought DMG loves cats, too.
Guardian down.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 141 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple of OG Destiny gamer dads that have played since day one of this Bungie creation we call Destiny. And we love it and talk about it. We also occasionally interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that asks, do you glaive? I'm your host, The Gatr. And my co-host Hazel is here as always. Hey, man, how you been?
I've been okay. I mean, we can get into my shenanigans from this past weekend and yours a little bit later. But yeah, it's been a wild week. Let's just go with that. Yeah. What about you, man?
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I've last weekend. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last show, but my son is getting married at the end of this month. And he didn't really want a big wedding ceremony and stuff like that. So my dad's going to marry him. He's a notary, and we're going to go to his beautiful house over there on the lake and get married there. But then he wants to have a party somewhere for his other friends and stuff. And I said, you know what? We're really the only logical choice here. It's just to have the party at our house. But our back deck was just ruined. Florida weather is very tough on wood. So the last couple nights of this week, I've been hauling 4,000 pounds of wood, 2 trips, in one of my company trailers, and just barely getting it home. In fact, I missed scrims because of it. I got home late and wasn't able to get home in time for the scrims. But I heard that was awesome. Heard everybody had a great time doing that.
Oh yeah, scrims was great. I mean, we had, I want to say, 12 people. So,
wow, that's nice. Well, at least you had even numbers. I always worry if I'm not going to make it that you got to have odd numbers and someone's going to have to sit out. I don't ever want that to happen to someone if they're there to play. So I'm glad the numbers worked out. That's the key. But
yeah, exactly. And it's funny you said about 4,000 pounds of wood is how much you haul. That's how much I haul, like, all the time.
I knew it was coming. Low-hanging fruit. Yeah, I mean, I've almost caught up on work. My Destiny vacation kind of killed my work, so I've been busting it. And, God, why'd I say that? I've been working hard. God damn it. Anyway, tonight, it's another rare Gatr and Hazel show, and we got a pretty chill night tonight. Here's what we have on the agenda. First, we're going to catch up with our week in Destiny. Some entertainment picks from each of us this week, since we haven't done that in a while. Then Hazel's going to go over this week at Bungie for the 6th week of Season of the Risen. And before we go, of course, like always, we'll answer some community questions. And we got some songs to add to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist tonight. We also might have something new towards the end of the show, so make sure you don't miss that. All right, Hazel, let's go.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what picks our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles! All right, so Mr. Hazelnut, how's your week in Destiny been, man? What have you been doing this week?
Sadly, not as much as I was hoping I would get done, honestly. So on, what the hell day was it? Saturday. I had not food poisoning. I had an allergic reaction to,
that was me.
Yeah.
I gotta hear about this, man, because this sounded freaking serious.
Yeah. I went for a run Saturday morning, and it was just like a 30-minute run. It was like maybe 30 degrees outside, 40 degrees, something like that. Mm-hmm. So I had this new Gatr mask, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and, throw this on and go for a run. And when I got done, I was like, all right, I'm like, that was good. And then my tongue was it felt weird. Like you bit your tongue kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, wow, I'm like, that's weird. Maybe I bit my tongue when I was running. And then my eyes, the corner of them were itching. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm just like, okay, whatever, I don't know what's going on, but, I'm just going to take a shower, everything else. So I was going ahead. I was getting ready to take a shower. All of a sudden, I'm like, wow, it's really hard to swallow. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let me take stock real quick of what the hell is going on with my body here. I was like, my tongue is swollen up now. Mm. And I'm like, having difficulty swallowing. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not liking where this is going. So then I ended up going ahead and going to urgent care. Mm-hmm. So I drove myself there. My wife and daughter were out of town, or not really out of town. They were just I think they went to the library to do some stuff and play and that kind of thing. Yeah, I was all by myself.
Shit, that's scary.
So yeah, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do this and then, take myself there. So I drove to urgent care, and I am waiting there, and they call me up and talking to them, and they're just like, oh, wow. They're like, yeah, you're having an allergic reaction to something. I was like, I know what it is. It's the mask. And they were just like, oh, okay, well, that's good. They were like, well, do you have an EpiPen?
I'm like, yeah, I got one in my back pocket here. Why? What'd you ask?
No. So yeah, the answer is no. I did not have an EpiPen. I looked at them and I'm like, no, that's the reason I came here. And they were like, oh, well, we don't have those here.
Jesus.
And they were like, so, like, what I would say is that you need to leave like right now and go to the emergency room.
Wait a minute. You went to urgent care, right? Like urgent, need this emergency, you need to get taken care of. And they told you we don't have that.
Not in emergency care.
But urgent. So, needs to be addressed.
Urgent. Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't have EpiPens. Okay.
No. So I don't know the details. I don't work there. But yeah, they were super nice. And even though they couldn't help me, and they were just like, yeah, you're going to have to go somewhere else and go to ER. So I'm like, all right, well, that works. Let's go ahead and go there. And I drove myself to probably about another 10 minutes, with my throat closing up. Whole thing took maybe 35 minutes, all in.
Jeez.
Yeah. I could think of a better way to spend my time, but yeah. So yeah, I went to the ER. Took about 3-4 hours there.
What? While you're swelling up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with this?
Well, I mean, they got me in right away, so I mean that's actually the most important that I've ever felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they got sounds like anaphylactic shock to me. Like your throat is closing up. I don't know the right term.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my throat was closing up.
Scary.
But yeah, they were just, they got me in like right away, and I sat, and they gave me an IV eventually with a bunch of stuff, and
all right, good.
Yeah. Eventually I got all good and changed my name in the Discord to wash your stuff before you wear it.
Oh my God, man.
So yeah, that's
important life
definitely learn from me, because typically I never have that problem. I've never.
I mean, I was going to ask you, do you get
honest?
Do you get allergic to stuff normally, or?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. This is the first time this has ever happened.
All this stuff comes from China, and who knows how long it's been stored, where it's stored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's getting cold again here. So I'm like wanting to run again. I washed the stuff twice in hot water and everything. And I'm a little leery about putting it back on.
I would be too. Holy shit.
And my wife is like, nah, you need to throw that shit away. And I'm like, I want to run. I'm like, I don't need the mask to run, obviously, but I'm like, come on, what's the worst that can happen?
Was it just keep you from breathing in too cold air? Is it just like creates a little warmth?
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, at least tell her you'll have your phone with you. Jeez.
Well, I have the medicine. I mean, they gave me like a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I mean, I'm like,
good.
You know,
I would be leery too, man. I feel you. Well, okay, and I'll tell you my story then. Since we're talking about our eventful Saturdays here, I went to visit. We had my wife's cousins were in town, and we always go over to this seafood place over near where her dad lives in Melbourne, kind of on the east coast of Florida, central east coast, and we go there all the time. Great food, fresh seafood. Oh, they got a grouper sandwich that'll just kick ass. And I was just we were out there, and all the cruise boats or like 4 cruise boats in there, which is kind of rare. And this is like riding the Cape Canaveral, or the port there, and it's right on the water. It's really sweet. All the boats are coming by, and I'm like getting pictures and some videos and sending it to the Discord. Well, you had posted about what happened to you before I posted these pictures, or before I posted these pictures. And what had happened is I didn't even look at chat. I was just posting something. I thought, some of our UK listeners, might want to see it or something, because, they don't earn in America, and to see the cruise lines and stuff, I thought that'd be kind of cool. And, then I look at what happened to you. I'm like, oh shit. Then I said, oh man, I'm so sorry guys. I was not looking at chat. Didn't even realize frickin' Hazel almost died on the way to the hospital from allergic reaction. And well, I guess And I have to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Jody. She was there visiting, and I don't see her very often, but this was a very good compliment for me. She said that I didn't even know you did a podcast, and you and Hazel crack me up. And she doesn't even play the game. So shout out to my sister-in-law, Jody. I'm glad you're having fun listening to us, and probably all the stuff I mess up probably helps, but she's kind of my little sister. But anyway, I get home that night, and I get a shower, take the dogs for a walk, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go play a little Destiny and kind of chill for the night before I go to bed. That's what I usually do. Well, I sat down, and all of a sudden I couldn't focus on anything. And my head was like a fog. I mean, I've never felt this dizzy before. Dude, I thought I was having a stroke. I thought, okay, this is what happens before you die of a stroke. Okay. And I was trying not to panic. I was just thinking, okay, just relax. And then not even 10 minutes later, here comes the stomach. And, I went to the bathroom to regurgitate all my food about 5 times. And it was so brutal, man. The next day, all the blood vessels in my face had all broken. My eyes were all bloodshot. My wife's like, ugh. I'm like, I know. Just don't look at me today, okay? It'll heal up.
Don't look at me. I'm hideous.
I was like, I feel like Frankenstein. But I was like, man, that is karma. I'm sitting here posting pics after Hazel posts all that, what he's going through. And then this happens to me. I'm like, this is just a very eventful Saturday. So, yeah. So how was your weekend? Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned a valuable lesson. I went and watched all my shit actually, after all that.
I bet.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'll be damned if we didn't get like more, like I didn't get a shirt or something like that. I was like, all right, you're getting fucking washed.
Yeah. Wash your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch your stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So besides that, Destiny wise.
Yeah. What's up?
I've actually just been, I don't know. I feel kind of ashamed to say this, but, I've been grinding for, not really ashamed to say this, but I've been grinding for exotic not materials, but, exotics.
You mean like, legendary lost sectors?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I foolishly got the renewal grasps, from Ikora after the end of the, legendary campaign. They were a nice meaty 46 stat roll. So I was like, all right, you know what? It's arm day and it's this lost sector. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock it out. I was getting it down to about maybe like 5 to 6 minute runs.
Oh, nice.
So, it's the one on, over there by, what's her name? Petra.
Oh yeah. I love that.
So,
that's one of my favorite lost sectors.
Yeah. So I can I was knocking that out in about maybe like 5 to 6 minutes. I've got a bunch of exotics. I'm gonna kind of hold on to some of them just because, like, you just never know what's going to come, especially with Arc and Solar 3.0.
Oh, of course.
So, I got a nice meaty Shards of Galanor roll that I'm happy with. So,
okay.
But yeah, I got my renewal grasps.
You got another set of them? Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, I got another one. Yeah. So, yeah. And then the next day was chess day. So after scrims, I was like, you know what? I was talking to, I know that it was Tyler.
Oh, Tyler Peeney.
Oh, Tyler and Dex. That's who it was. Holy hell. Yeah. So I was on Dex's team.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Dex and Briggs were with me, and we were playing against Tyler. And for scrims, we actually instituted a thing where we said, for like 5 minutes after the match, just talk to each other and try to see what you can do better.
Right.
And it was really cool because Tyler's like, you know what? He's like, I really love your stat roll on like, my loadout and everything. Mm-hmm. He's like, the only thing I would say is that you really, because I was using Gwyson's vest, mm-hmm. which is a mainly, it's for spectral blades for Void, and on my hunter. He's like, it's not the best of supers, which I found out as I got murdered by him with Teraba. But he's like, what you might want to try is try to grind for a dragon shadow.
I've heard about this.
And I'm like, I have one, but I think it was like a 55 stat roll. It was like from like when it first came out and everything.
It's what they give you when you take it out of collections, by the way. It's like 55.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, you know what? It's chest day. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try grinding for this.
Mm-hmm.
I got, I think, 7 exotics that were all chests.
Wait a minute. In what amount of time? Just for science.
Well, I mean,
No, I mean, you said you got 7 chess pieces. How long did that take you to do?
Yeah. Well, I was getting my runs down to sub 5 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
So it was, and this was the Bay of Drowned Wishes, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's the other one.
Yeah. So still in the, Dreaming City. Maybe 3 hours.
That's not bad, man. And how many did you get? 7?
7.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But no Dragon Shadow.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I started just infusing a bunch of stuff. Like, okay, here we go. So, that's what I've been up to this week, is just doing that.
What is your light level now? Your raw light level?
Well, that's the other thing I'm doing, is I'm trying to get to 1575 for Grandmasters. So
right. Yeah, we'll talk about that in the TWAB this week. I think they mentioned that.
Yeah, exactly.
I read the TWAB. I know. Yeah.
Wow.
Mr.
Congratulations.
Monkey.
You read the TWAB and there wasn't much in it.
Mr. Monkey said, "Did you read the TWAB today?" I'm like, "Yes, I read the TWAB." Yeah. My week,
there was nothing in there. But yeah, by the way, I'm 1569, I believe.
Wow. That's with your artifact, right?
Oh, wait, 1570. Yeah.
With your artifact? Not bad. You're almost there. Very nice.
Yep.
Good. You'll be ready. I like I mentioned to you, I DM'd you. I said, I'm in, man. I want to do not Nightfalls. I want to do Grandmasters this season. And this is, you know what? This has been the kind of the season where I want to really give the higher level content in PvE a try. And I'm still playing Crucible, but I'm not emphasizing Crucible this season. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to really try to play the upper level stuff. One, because I'll have more experience and be able to talk about it. Because, I mean, you guys are talking about getting all these rare materials, and if the Grandmasters start dropping these alloys, I'm in. I need alloys. I'm going through 400 legendary shards every week. I'm not going to last at that rate, so I need other ways of getting them. And I know you can do the story every week to get them too, but yeah, I need, you know what, another thing too? I don't have any of the Grandmaster Adept mods. I want to get those too. So for that reason, the weapons are good. I'll be happy to get some Adept weapons too, but it's not really for that reason. I want to get some Adept mods so I can put them in some of my other Adept weapons I got from Trials. But man, it's been an eventful week, dude. Speaking of PvE, Mr. Elmer Fudd contacted me, I think the day after I had food poisoning. I wasn't feeling too hot, but he said, listen, can you help me with a raid for Wednesday? I'm like, for you? Absolutely. And,
yeah, it's not Iron Banner.
Come on now. Don't, come on. It's Mr. Fudd. I don't ever miss anything for Elmer Fudd.
That's,
I know I did last time. I know I did last time during Iron Banner. I didn't know he was doing a raid at that. I'm not going to defend myself on that. That's just that's old news. Listeners don't want to hear about that. But man, then I asked him, I said, well, do we have any experienced raiders in here, or are we just going to wing it and see as far as we can go? He gives me the list. Mr. Admiral Nips, Fluffy Fingers MD, Cheesy, which I know him from his tournaments. He broadcasts on some of his tournaments, and he's in his Discord. Kingsley Mack, Elmer Fudd, and I'm the 6th. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow, you're the dead weight.
That's a no-brainer. And one, I was like, how did you get everyone's schedules to line up to even do this? Because we're all podcasters. And secondly, how the hell did you convince it's Elmer Fudd? He asked anybody. I mean, that charm, no one can say no to him. But, oh my God, dude. This was the most epic raid I've done in a long time.
Yeah, I watched it.
Fudd acts like he doesn't really know what he's doing, but he's actually catches on really quick. In the first encounter, we had Mr. Nips, Admiral Nips was explaining how the totems and everything worked the first part. And, because no one else was speaking up, and Nips was like, all right, I'm a poor explainer, but I'll do my best. I mean, within 2 runs, Mr. Fudd had it down. So we got through that in pretty good time. We got to the second encounter. I think Fudd was one of the distractors for the boss.
Yeah.
Him and Kingsley, in fact, they did such a good job that we actually could do the full challenge the first try. I mean, we almost did it in one try. The second time around, I think it was Nips and Cheesy that ran the, and then Fluffy and I did ad control outside. And man, they busted out the challenge this week was you can only grab one emblem at a time, one whatever sign, whatever, and then immediately come out and shoot it on the totem. They had to do it one at a time, so it meant there was a lot longer amount of time and more ads, of course. And Kingsley and Fudd did such a great job keeping the boss stunned. We had plenty of time. DPS, boom, done, got it. Got the double chest, and of course, what did I get? Double bonds. Double warlock bonds. Gotta love it. Thanks, Bungie. We moved on to the third room, and I did second and fourth nut this time. I didn't do the Aegis. Someone else did that, but we did a few runs. We did pretty good, and then we came down to the last run. I fell off, of course. That's what I do. I fall off and die. So I had to go back and grab the nut. So I went all the way back to the beginning and grabbed the nut because I needed to kill the knight so we can have more time on the clock. I came in, killed the knight, went and deposited the nut in the last, the last, we're in the fourth room, in the last room. And then I come running it back out, and it's hard to explain what was going on, but basically there were only 2 people left. I think it was myself and Kingsley, or myself and Nips. I'm sorry if I get that wrong. And everyone was like, well, we're just going to wipe. This is no way we can get this done. And I noticed the Taken Blight was just sitting there right in front of me. I'm like, well, we need to deposit this. Well, my countdown clock just finished when there was about 8 seconds left on the clock before everyone was going to wipe. And then we had like 5 seconds from what I heard. The people who had died, their countdown timer had almost depleted. I threw it in at the very last minute, clutch moment. We ended up getting through it. So that was a lot of fun. And then finally, if that's not crazy enough, we get to the final boss with our Hulk, and we almost get him on the very first shot. And we did the double split method, which Kingsley was talking to us about, and we did a great job there. But we got to the final boss. We got him down to the DPS stage. We're just whittling away. He's in final stand, and everything's getting dark, and it's like, this isn't looking good. And we all died. And we're like, oh, now we got to do it all over again. Well, then all of a sudden, we come back to life. Cheesy shot a rocket at our Hulk at the very end that had that, what is it, the timed grenade or timed detonation? Yeah, like timed detonation on it.
Lasting impression.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. And it went, he shot it right as we died, and when it blew up, it was just enough to put him over the edge to kill him. And boom, we all come back to life. I've never seen a wave of emotions in this raid as we had, but very memorable. I had a great time playing it. Shout out to, like I said, Mr. Emil Nips, Fluffy Fingers MD, Cheesy, Kingsley Mac, and of course my buddy, Mr. Elmer Fudd, for putting this awesome raid together. I hope we do this again sometime because it was a lot of fun, and we all gelled pretty quick, very good. And, we all know each other here for a while. And then I did a 2 p.m. raid today, because I got rained out the first half of the day. I wanted to give a shout out to P-Hub, Fublub, Mr. Monkey, basically NACL. His fiance was there, Starlight, and Killamonkey. And Killamonkey, the things he was doing with the glaive today was blowing me away. He was bypassing a lot of the jumps. I don't know how he's doing it, but he figured it out, some kind of combination of buttons, but he was launching himself, and it was impressive. And I had glaive skating. Yeah, glaive skating. And I had 2.5 hours. I said, guys, I'm just letting you know I have 2.5 hours and I have 2 appointments that just came up that I have to do. Well, we got it done within 2.5 hours and even had about 20 minutes to spare. So I just wanted to congratulate all of them today. So I got 2 raids done this week, which is that's a first for me because I get 1 raid in a week. I'm happy, but man, what a week for raids. I mean, it's just been a great week for raids. So other than that, I've been doing my clan stuff, getting my clan XP, try to get the clan leveled up on both sides. You're part of the clan and the original clan. So I've been working both on that, trying to get my power level up. I think I'm at, let's see, I am at 1573 on my hunter. 1574 on my warlock, 1571 on my titan. With my 18 from my artifact, I'm at like I don't know. No, I'm sorry. 1574 is with the artifact. I'm 1556.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm over the cap. 1553, 1555, and 1556 on my warlock, and with the artifact, I'm at I think 1572 is my highest. So I might be ready for GMs next week if I get a little more work done. Well, we'll have to see, I guess.
Well, you're also going to need to have your stuff spec'd correctly, though.
Oh, of course.
That's the other thing.
Of course.
So it's not just having it on, like, your best PvP stuff. It's also about making sure that you have, like your Aeon safes and things like that are kick-assable.
Apparently, those are what you really need in GMs. You'll have to educate me, man, because I did not know. I do not know about this stuff.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, for the first round of these is going to be, it's all basically like up for grabs. I mean, nobody knows what the strat is. Nobody knows much, and it'll all be figuring it out together. And
the new Void 3.0, how that's going to work with it, it's so far I've been very impressed. And I have to admit, the reason why I've been really clinging on to PvE so much is because I feel like a god with this Void 3.0 on all my characters, my hunter, my titan, and my warlock. I have different variations of the builds on each of the characters. And, man, it just feels so good to see little enemies explode when you shoot them with those volatile rounds.
See, doesn't that get boring, though?
No, I love it. Kill, kill, kill. Moving on.
See, that's the thing. To me, that gets boring after a while, which is why, and for skill up, that we want to see the difficulty increased.
Yeah, we talked about this in the Discord.
Yeah. This has been a point of contention this week, and yeah. But that's the thing, though, is that it's no fun just to walk over stuff. Because that leads to what you're talking about with strikes. Yeah, we talked about the strike playlist and how it and I think Skill Up's main complaint was what my complaint's always been. Everyone blasts through the strike playlist so quickly that it's not just about strikes, though. Well, I think the way they did the legendary campaign stories is perfect. If you want to solo it, it's just hard enough for you not to just whiz through it. You have to really think about your movement and where you're going to go and things like that. And yes, it gets easier the more you play the story. I get that. But at least there's some level of difficulty there. And if you add more people, it gets even harder. I like the way they're doing that. And all I'm saying here is on the strike playlist, I know there's no freelance solo strikes. I've been really hoping Bungie would do something like this where we can run it solo. But why do they need that? Because if you run it solo, it's hard enough where you're not just walking over stuff. Because there's certain gates you have to kill walkers. You have to kill major bosses before the next room opens up. Did we have this discussion last week? I thought we had a discussion last week. But we did, but you never answered that question, though. You never answered it in regard to why we needed it. So you're saying that we need a solo strike playlist solely for the difficulty. Well, if they're going to keep the difficulty the same level, then yes. And my point was from last week, if we play with a full fire team, just put more enemies out there for us to shoot. Don't make it the same amount of enemies whether you're playing solo or with 3 people in a fire team, because then that's when everyone just blows it up and walks through it. And half the time I end up getting pulled into the next encounter.
And it's just like, I don't know. I like to enjoy and work my way through an encounter and then know that I finally got to the last room and it's time to kill the boss. That's what I love about Destiny. But when everyone blows through it and is just trying to speedrun everything all the time, that's why I tend to run stuff solo. So, all I was, and I think Hades was talking about this.
That makes me laugh.
Hades,
that really makes me laugh, though.
Hades was talking about how, wait a minute now, you want to add more, like, champions and make things harder to kill and stuff? I said, no. All I want is if there's more players, have more enemies. Let it scale up in enemies and counts. That's all I'm asking. That alone will probably make it at least a little bit more tolerable when we're playing with a fire team versus playing by yourself. Why is that so hard to understand?
Because if you want to do something solo, just do like the legendary. It's not that much harder, and it actually rewards you. Yeah,
you got a point. But
so, I mean, they don't need that. They don't need that.
You're
solo strike playlist.
You're talking about Nightfalls playing on Legend, right?
So what? Yeah.
Well, there is no levels in the Vanguard. You just jump in and play. You pick your strikes or whatever and just play. There's no. I guess that's what Skill Up was talking about. There's no way to increase the difficulty level on the playlist.
But they don't really need that. I mean, granted, I would love to see strikes be harder, yes. But they don't really need a difficulty modifier on those because they already have Nightfalls. If you have that on Nightfalls, then what's the point of having it on the generalized playlist?
Well, Nightfalls aren't the same as the Vanguard playlist. The Vanguard playlist is random and you're moving to different strikes, whereas the Nightfall has a fixed strike that you play all the time. But
well, for now it does.
Yeah.
But, they're probably going to change that to the point where,
okay.
It could rotate. But I mean, I'm just saying though that I guess I just wonder how much of this solo strike hoo-ha that you're, going with is purely because you want to work on bounties.
Oh, the B word. Yes, the B word. Next week might be talking about that next week, in next week's show. If they can fix that with one easy, they can fix that with one easy thing too. Make it team based.
Delete bounties.
Just make it team based.
But then you're going to have people that are,
sit back and do nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
So,
they're blowing through it anyway. They'll get pulled through. Who cares? If they want to sit there and not do anything, then fine. Whatever. I mean, if that's the way you want to play the game, then okay. It's not ideal.
If bounties, are bounties a motivation in this for you?
Bounties are a motivation in anything I do. Any activity I play. If I go play Gambit tonight, I'm going to go right to Drifter and grab every bounty I can because I'm already in the event. I'm already playing the activity. Why not get XP or extra materials or whatever they're giving out for whatever bounty? Like, I love the planetary bounties because if you go to each individual planetary material, you get 2 of them. But if you get a bounty,
you realize how many times I've grabbed planetary bounty?
But here's the thing: there's a difference now. Used to be,
I can count on one hand how many times I've grabbed a planetary bounty.
Here's the problem people are going to run into, though, and this is a change. It's very subtle, but it's something Bungie has changed since last season. You used to be able to go, if you say you were short on spin metal, right? So you needed more spin metal because that's what the I don't know what the upgrade module needed this week or today to buy it, and you don't have enough. So you would go to Spider, and it would say, okay, for 5,000 Glimmer, you can get 5 pieces of spin metal, right? Or sometimes
nobody ever spent 5,000 for that because that was a waste of Glimmer.
If you were in a hurry and you didn't want to go,
they always paid one legendary shard for 5 pieces.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but a lot of players have not played as long as we have, and they don't have thousands of legendary shards sitting around. I
don't have thousands of legendary shards.
Point being, I have a Get Toddled account, which I play on your clan, And I only have at any given time, because legendary shards are needed for everything, I only have 100 legendary shards at any given time, and I'm busting my ass to get more. So the problem is there's no way, other than dismantling guns and armor, there's no other way to get legendary shards. You used to be able to go and buy legendary shards with Glimmer. You could farm Glimmer at the destinations, go and buy legendary shards, but they've stopped that now. And say you needed this is another example. I'm not going to drag this on. Say you need a spin metal, but they didn't have any spin metal available. You couldn't buy it, 5,000 Glimmer.
They're all available now.
But what you could do is you could buy another material, turn it into Glimmer, and then buy it that way. But there's not as much deviation now when you go to the Cryptarch to get. There's only two options. If you need Glimmer, you have to turn in materials. If you need materials, you have to turn in Glimmer. Oh, I'm sorry, legendary shards. One legendary shard will get you 5 materials. For new players, that's brutal, man. Every legendary shard I have, I want to hang on to it because you need it to upgrade. You need it to do a lot of things. Upgrade modules. You need it to buy certain items in the game. Legendary shards are for the hardcore like us, it's an afterthought. But for the players who've only just started playing,
legendary shards aren't an afterthought to me.
They aren't. I mean, I have 3,400 of them now. I had 7,000 when I started the season. I've gone through 3,500 legendary shards because I've been buying alloys. I can't even buy alloys on my other account. There's no way I have 400 legendary shards to buy an alloy.
But see, that's the thing though. Okay. So, I mean, why the hell are you buying alloys?
Because there's only a few ways to get them. And the only way you have to get them is through high level content. And what if you're not a high level player yet? But you want to upgrade that,
but you are.
That Osteostriga that you got after playing.
You are a high level player. So don't put this in the guise of high level players don't have enough materials for it. And then you're saying that you're going out and spending 400 of these because, I don't know if you consider yourself a high level player or not, but you can't say that, that you're spending 400 on those, and you're trying to make your point in both camps and you're failing in both.
How?
Because
How so?
Here,
I'm talking through the eyes of a player who doesn't have 3,300 legendary shards in their inventory right now. They only have 100.
Right. But I'm saying that on your other account though.
Yes.
Like when you're talking about that one, you're like, oh, well, I've spent 2,500, legendary shards, and it's outrageous that I'm doing that. And I'm letting you know that, you don't have to do that.
The only way,
even on your other character, you don't even need to do it because you can just do the mission. And they increase the drop rate on it too.
On my other account, I'm not high enough to play the daily missions yet. Plus, I haven't finished the story.
20. Or you haven't unlocked it with Finch yet.
I haven't unlocked it with Finch yet, but
okay, but I'm saying you're already at 1530. You said on that character, I believe.
I don't have it in front of me, but I'm probably there because I got 1520 because I finished the legendary story. So Finch is unlocked, but the legendary repeatable story
is 1520.
It's 1520. Base. Now, is that match made or is that solo? Do you have to have a fire team? Okay. And if I play at that 1520 level, I'm guaranteed an alloy?
No, of course not.
Okay.
So that means you have to play it.
There's one.
And
where else am I going to get one? I need 3 to upgrade my Osteostriga.
But do you need 3 like right now?
To upgrade my Osteostriga, I do. And a lot of new players do too.
You need, but see, here's the thing though. Okay. Now this comes back to you not wanting to wait.
Well, I have all the time in the world.
Something tells me though, if Bungie put out something out there in the store that said, hey, for $5, you can buy 10,000 legendary shards, you would drop it without a second thought.
Probably would, because I know how much time is involved to get 10,000 legendary shards. $5
Exactly.
is a no-brainer.
You know what though?
What?
Myself, I would sure shit would not do it.
For $5?
Because the game gives you everything that you need. All you have to do is play the shit.
For me, it's not a problem. You're missing my point. I'm going to get it anyway. Because I play, at least 8 to 12 hours a week. More than that, probably. But what about the person who jumps in and only has 3 hours a week?
Well, that person who's playing 3 hours a week, I mean, hopefully they have friends or, they're listening to a podcast so they can ask a question and go, hey, you know what? What's the best way for me to spend my time and maximize this? To which I would ask that person, I'm like, well, what's most important to you?
Right.
What do you want out of this game? Do you want to, masterwork your osteostrega? And then they're going to go like, what the hell does masterworking mean?
I get that.
And I'm going to say, okay, move on. Okay. That's not an issue for them. So that's where that's what I would say to that person who has limited time and limited resources is what's most important to you and your 3 hours. And then it becomes another issue completely of, do you want to invest that time doing that? Is that fun for you? Is it fun for you to grind, the mission, the weekly replayable mission, so that way you can stand the chance of getting an alloy one every, 25% of the time.
And you can play that over and over, right? Once you get one, you're not locked out for the week. You can keep playing it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's promising. That's promising.
Yeah. I got 2 this week.
Okay.
So
I haven't done it enough. It's one thing I haven't done every week. I did it the first week solo and it was a bitch. Of course, I was right at the 15-20 light.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it out. I'll get back to you on that. I'll try it out and see.
And you know what? It's going to save you 400 fucking shards, man.
Oh, I didn't buy any this week. I'm done buying them.
See, that's the thing, though. See, I was done. Like, I bought one the first week, and I was like, "Ooh, shit, that's expensive." And then I bought the set of 2.
Yeah, I did
when
that
they
too.
offered that.
2 for 1.
Those are the only. Yeah, those are the only 2 that I bought. And I'm like, you know what? Never again. I'm not buying shit from this motherfucker ever again. I will earn it.
I guess this started off from the point on why to do planetary bounties, right? Planetary bounties are very simple bounties, like kill 50 things. And you get 10 of whatever material you're on that planet. Why? It makes perfect sense if you're going to be doing patrols to get clan XP, because not everyone's going to jump and do Gambit playlist or do Crucible playlist or even Strike playlist. Some people like me just like to go do patrols because you get 250 clan XP per patrol.
Oh my God, man. Do you know the last time I did a fucking patrol?
So how do you get in your clan XP every week? You just playing the playlist?
Yeah, I'm doing all the basic stuff. I'm doing, 3 Gambit, 3 Crucible, 3 Strikes. I'm doing my Nightfalls. I'm doing the weekly replayable.
That's the way you like to play the game. That's not the way I like to play the game. I like to
exactly.
I like to run around and farm.
One is right and one is not. Yeah. I'm just saying that I would rather put a hole in my skull than play it your way, because your way just seems like murder to my soul.
But see,
I don't care about that checkbox the way that you do. You like seeing that number go up and things like that. Me, I'm like, no, I want to play the game. I want to make my overall number go up, because that's more meaningful to me than the arbitrary one.
Yeah. And that's just, you have a certain way you like to play. And I know there's a lot of people out there like me who don't want to play in a group. They want to just chill and do bounties and farm materials. That's something I've done since Destiny 1, man. It's just downtime for me. I don't have to worry about a boss to kill. I don't have to worry about, getting my ass kicked in the Crucible. I don't have to worry about getting dragged through strikes. I don't have to worry about any of that. I can just go do patrols, and at 250 a pop, you'll hit 5,000 in no time. That's how I do a majority of my, that's how I do a majority of my stuff, because I'm doing several things at once here. One, I'm getting all my gun bounties done. So I'm getting enhancement cores there.
Let's table the bounty talk. Let's table the bounty talk.
Why don't we just agree that we both have different styles of how we play the game? And that's a great thing. It's great that we have different options on how, there's no straight line on how to play the game every week.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but
There's options.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about
next week. Next week, listeners, just so you know, we're going to be mentioning this again. This topic's not over. Okay, you know what?
There will be timestamps, so you can skip the hell over if you don't want to.
You can get past it. Hey Guardians, just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you all to be a part of it.
If you're looking to find a clan, now would be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers you've heard. We're not hardcore or anything like that. Enjoying what time you have for Destiny is all we ask.
So, if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, where you can find a link. Otherwise, look for Guardian Downcast Pod, and the link will be in the show notes of this podcast. Right down there.
So, I lied before when I said that we don't ask anything of you, because we actually do. We ask that you do join our Discord first, so we can communicate clan stuff to you, like clan podcasts and clan nights, and just random shite like that. Besides that, you can lurk all you like.
So join us. You know, before we move on here, I know we got the TWAB to talk about. Let's talk some entertainment, man. Dude, there's so many great shows out right now. Every now and then we don't have a guest on. We want to just share what we've been watching and, give you some ideas or give us, we'll give you our opinion on what we think of it. Take it or leave it. I mean, you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, quick question for you though.
Yeah.
What's your vault at right now?
My vault?
Yeah.
On my main account, I have 465. 465 of 500.
Not bad. Not bad.
I cleaned it out a lot for the season because I got score of DestinyRecipes.com to do it.
Oh, Jesus God. Get off their nuts. I hope you're getting a kickback. Am I getting a kickback too?
We're not sponsored by Destiny Recipes. I just love the site.
DestinyRecipes.com.
I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan, man.
Okay. Yeah. I was in the same boat. I went through and I think I had like 150 spots open originally.
Right.
Then I hit 498.
Oof.
And now I'm down to 442.
Not bad.
Started going through and deleting a bunch of stuff.
Well, now that they allow us to hold more than, we can hold 2,500 of the materials to craft, and what is it? What they move it up to like 8,000 for the main?
Yeah.
So now I have all these. One reason it's getting less and less is because I'm slowly taking out all these. What do they call these weapons? The Senate Light,
the deep sight weapons.
Deep sight weapons, yeah. It's where you have to get 100 kills with it, and then you're done, and you can cash in the materials off of it. I've been slowly pulling out because I saved up a bunch of them before that patch came through, and I'm slowly knocking some of those out. So that's helping too. And I think eventually, dude, once I get some of these weapons really crafted, and I wanted to ask you something too. But once I get a lot of these weapons crafted, I'm going to probably be dismantling a lot of my vault weapons because I have a feeling this is the way everything's going from now on. And unless I have like a killer roll on something, I'm probably going to let it go. Just simplify my life a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I had a question.
Then the problem is, and this is one thing I thought of was, but then the problem is, say that they buff, I don't know what the hell's, they buff Dragonfly.
Uh-huh.
And you don't have it on there. So that means that if you want to put it on a gun, then that means that you're going to have to go out and reshape it.
Craft it again.
That means you're going to have to materials. You're going to have to, do all of that.
They're back to farming.
That's going to get expensive.
Yeah.
That's going to get expensive. They're going to have to fucking tweak that shit hardcore. Yeah. They're going to have to lower the cost on reshaping.
They're simplifying the materials at least. That's a good thing.
That doesn't matter though. Season. That doesn't matter unless they're going to increase the amount that they're going to give you.
Yeah, I hope they do that.
Because you're getting fuck all, quite frankly, for pulling shit out of there. You're getting like 10 or 20.
Well, before we move on, I had a question for you. You showed me one of your pulse rifles. I think you just hit level 30 on it.
35 now. Yeah.
Holy
The syncopation.
And you had this badass camo on it and this cool looking ornament. What is that about, man? Explain that. I didn't understand what that was.
So, I didn't know what it was either. But what it was actually a memento.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say like the first 3 games of Gambit that I did.
Wait.
I think
You were playing Gambit?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to get that clear.
Yeah. So, the first 3 games of Gambit that I played, I think the second one, Bungie gave me, this memento. And I was like, what the hell is this? It's a big shiny thing.
Wait a minute. Now, did it just drop in the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just in the feed at the end that tells you like what you got.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a memento. And I was like, oh, what the hell is this? So, I went ahead and, threw it on this weapon. I didn't know what the hell else to throw it on. So I was like, okay, I'll just do it on here. So level 1, it unlocks a Gambit tracker.
Right.
And it keeps track of targets defeated.
Targets like PvE targets or invaders?
Anything.
Oh.
Anything.
Okay.
So, trust me, I have 62 kills on this gun with that in there, and it's not all. It cannot be all invaders.
Right.
Because I did not kill 62 because I haven't been in
now.
the game that long.
Does that be with that gun, or does that have to be just
Yes.
kills? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, just that gun.
Okay.
Then level 20 on your gun, title is unlocked. So for this, I have a title on my gun that says Primeval Usurper.
What? Just by hitting level 30, do you have to have the memento on?
Level 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to shape it, and then you have to put the, put this on there, and then you get the gun to that level.
All right, not trying to be I'm not trying to be obtuse here, but you already had your gun at a high level when you got the memento, right?
I think I was at 19 maybe when I had it.
Okay. All right. So when you reshaped the weapon, did it go back to 1, or did you start from where you left off on the level?
Oh, it started from where I was on the gun.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's listeners that want to know too, so that's why I was asking.
Well, no, it's a good question. Because I was thinking that it was the same. I thought you had to level up the memento.
Right.
And then you could put that on whatever you wanted.
That's what I was perceiving.
No, it's actually... Yeah, no, it's whatever you want. So I'm imagining I can take this memento off of this gun if I reshape it, and then I can put it onto something else if I have to shape that.
Very cool.
Not really. It's kind of a pain in the dick.
Is it?
Well, yeah, because you're going to have to get that gun up to level 30 level 30 for it unlocks a shader.
It's glorious.
It's okay. It moves.
I like it. It's beautiful.
But my issue with the shader is that, it's not unlocked for like all the stuff. You have to have that memento on.
Oh. So how do you get multiple mementos? Does another one drop, or are you done?
I don't know. I would imagine that they keep dropping at some point.
Okay.
But, there's one for Crucible and Strikes and...
Yeah, I think they said those were coming in later seasons, right? They were just starting with the Gambit one, I think, this season.
Are they?
I think that's what they said.
Really?
Well,
I'm
feedback.
not going to be in much more Gambit. So.
Segment feedback channel, guys. Let us know. Can we get mementos other than Gambit this season? All right, I wanted to clarify on that because when you showed me that gun, I was like, whoa. Maybe Destiny's finally putting camos on guns now when you rank them up. Because that's the one thing. Bungie, take my money. You can put all kinds of great camos on these weapons just by getting kills with the weapon. And I think it was Hades? No. Someone else in our Discord said, what about different kinds of scopes? Not different kinds of scopes. Shadow Soldier, yeah. He says, what about different reticles? I'm like, oh, I missed that part too. The awesome reticles you can put on the gun. It's just fun.
It doesn't matter.
I know, but it's just fun.
It doesn't matter.
You're getting something as a trophy.
Matter? Do you know why?
Why?
It doesn't matter because I can't see your shit.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I can't use the gun.
Well, you could, if someone was looking at your screen while you're streaming, they'd see it. But yeah, you're right. No one can
Come
look
on.
at. Well, they can inspect you. I don't know if they could see the reticle would have to be like assigned, like off to the side.
Yeah, they'd have to go in and look at that gun. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, I have more important things to do with my time than
some people like to inspect other people.
I get it, man. But what I'm saying is what would be a better thing all around would be like if Bungie goes down this rabbit hole is to make it so that if I kill someone in Crucible or I'm in a strike and somebody dies or a raid and somebody dies, I can pick up their gun.
Yeah, that would be nice. But you can't do that. That's true. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, and it's useless otherwise. If they put it in the game, it's useless.
It's just a personal trophy. It's just a cosmetic. I mean, that's why we buy ornaments from the lady at the tower. So to buy a cool looking ornament on a gun, and people can see that. People can see the ornament though. So
exactly.
If you're in a raid and everybody's looking,
ornaments are different though.
Yeah.
I mean, ornaments are different though, because you can see those. Now, if you're getting like to that degree of customization, there's nothing cooler than for me when I was playing COD to go out and pick up somebody's gun that I just killed and go like, oh my God, this thing is a beast.
This thing's been used a lot.
Go, exactly. You get some gold plated, AK-47 and you're just like, ooh.
Diamond camos, man. They're so gorgeous. All the sparkles.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Okay. Good point. But I still think it'd be cool. I mean, I'm curious where
point, but
I'm just, no.
Put my head back in the sand.
No, I'm just saying it for personal accomplishment on the weapon you're using. I think they're going to head that direction. I really do. Anyway. Okay. Let's talk entertainment. We've talked Destiny. We all agree it's been an eventful week.
Yep. So. Okay, real quick. So you are correct. It is only available in Gambit with Trials and Grandmasters coming later this season.
Later this season. Okay. Trials and
Grandmasters.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Another reason to play Grandmasters, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, there has been some awesome entertainment out. And before we move on, since we've been talking a while on Destiny here, we'll keep it really brief. Let's talk about entertainment, dude. What is there? Are any new shows? Let's just talk about the elephant in the room here. We both have seen Moon Knight. We saw the very first episode this week. It's on Disney Plus. What'd you think, man?
I loved it.
I did too.
I mean, it was funny. So after talking to you about the Dark Knight and Spider-Man and everything else,
yeah,
I was like, oh God, okay, here we go. So I was watching it, and I know what it is about Marvel that you don't like.
Oh, I got to hear this.
And it's something that I noticed in spades in Moon Knight.
Okay.
It's the fact that everything is polished. Everything is shiny. Everything. There's no dirt. There's no grime. There's no nothing. It all just looks pristine.
Okay. I can see that. That probably adds to the aesthetic.
Well, that's the Marvel way it feels. I mean, that everything is just shiny and whatnot.
That's really not. I mean, I understand where you're coming from there. I can appreciate that. But the Marvel...
I mean, I understand. But what I'm saying, though, is it's something that I noticed in spades in the course of watching Moon Knight, is that it was all shiny. It was all just like perfectly placed. It was just... I mean, it was still good. I still enjoyed the shit out of the show.
Yeah.
But it was just this, I don't know. It's like the Marvelization of it, I guess, where it was just really, really shiny.
This wasn't like Spider-Man, though. This wasn't like No Way Home. This was a little bit more adult superhero movie.
Exactly. Right. It did. It had a little bit of darkness to it. I mean, blood, that blew me away. I was like, oh my God, I never thought I'd see that.
I know. I was taken back when I saw it. I was like, this is a Marvel movie? Okay.
I was just like, oh my God. I was like, can we go back and see what the hell happened? I want to see that.
There was one point I rewound it. I was like, wait a minute now. What happened there?
Yeah.
Because there's some pretty funky time shifting stuff in this first episode.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like some moments in there where it's like, I hope that they go down that rabbit hole where they kind of shed that kitty vibe,
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll see. I mean,
but yeah,
casted beautifully.
Oh God,
who was the enemy again?
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, I love him, man. I think he does a pretty good job playing the enemy, antagonist. I don't know what you call him because we don't really know if he's an enemy yet. I guess he is. At the end,
he seems to be.
At the end, it kind of got a little gray. I don't want to spoil that because there's people who haven't watched it yet because there's only been one episode.
He seems to be.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Ethan, I love all of Ethan Hawke stuff.
Exactly. Yep. So you liked it too?
I loved it, man. I tell you, there was a show I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but there's actually a new show that I liked even more. It's Halo, dude. I know. The purists out there are like, it's not the real Halo. They didn't tell the story right. That first episode, I wanted to go play Halo immediately. That first episode, I
Good
felt
luck with that.
The Spartans were bad asses. And the way they started it was very innocent how they started the show. And then all of a sudden, here come the Spartans, and you're like, holy shit, this is awesome. And I really enjoyed it. Now, the second episode, they had to do a little backstory on the characters and stuff. I'm not going to get too deep into it here. But it definitely slowed things down, and it kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, well, wait a minute now. It really has slowed down here. What happened to, I want something like the first episode. It's like they grab you with that first episode, and then they do a little backstory. Disney does this all the time. And I thought it was good, and I don't know. I'm gonna hang in there and watch the other episodes. I want to see how it turns out. It's I didn't play Halo. I'm not a Halo player, so I'm looking at it from the perspective of not knowing what Master Chief was about and all of that. So for me, it's fresh. I like it.
Yeah. So okay, do you know why I'm laughing?
Why?
So that perspective that you're coming into by saying that you didn't play the games and things like that is exactly the mentality that the writers had.
I know. I heard that
they didn't look into it at all.
I heard about that.
So for you to go, hey, I want to dive in and play the game.
I did.
It's like, well, it's not going to probably line up just right.
Okay.
But I would say if you're interested in it and you're really liking it, read the books.
Okay.
Eric Nyland, he fucking killed it with the books.
I didn't even know they had books. Wow.
Oh God, man. The books were fantastic. I think I've read one of them like 2 or 3 times. And it's about basically you get to see all these other Spartans that you don't get to see in the game.
Now, do they have this in audio, you think? I can't read paper books.
Oh, man. I'm sure. I mean, well, shit, man. The books came out 10 years ago,
so they're probably
15 years ago.
All right.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I would definitely say check those out.
Who's the author again?
Eric Nyland. Nylund. At least I think that's who it was. If I remember correctly,
Okay. Good to know. All right.
I'll be damned. I fucking remembered something now.
You did. Well, you're always reminding me all the time of stuff I forget, so maybe I'm training you.
Yeah.
2 good shows I watched this week. I wanted to make sure I watched those before we talk tonight, and I enjoyed both shows equally. Moon Knight, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Moon Knight, because they finally told everyone what it was about at the end. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm impressed. I liked it.
God, I loved that ending. I was like, oh,
just give me control. Give me control. I'll get us out of this. Give me control. I'm not going to say more.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else you want to talk about here?
I had 2 things. One was a Korean show. I am all in on the Korean dramas. This is started off as just like a fun thing where I'm like, oh, hey, I'm going to watch this show called Alice in Borderland. And then it branched off into Squid Game and It's taken me a couple other shows, but now I'm watching. I finished it today. It's called My Name, and it's about this woman and her father gets killed, pretty much on her doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the mob and in the Korean mafia, and ends up getting murdered on her doorstep on her 19th birthday or something like that. And she basically, goes to the mafia to find out who killed him. And they tell him hey, it was a police officer. So she joins the police in order to find the person that killed her dad.
That's a little extreme.
And it's just,
oh, shit.
Well, I mean, and she still has the mafia ties. So it's just all kinds of badass. And I'm like, oh, this is so much fun.
Nice.
So yeah, there's that. And, a movie that I watched a couple weeks ago was called Hell or High Water.
I haven't seen that one yet. What'd you think?
Dude, put this on your list, right now. Right. This, it's written, I think, and directed by the guy who wrote, the hell's this show? Yellowstone.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Yes. This is next level type stuff.
Or high water. Okay.
Yeah. Long story short, about, these two guys who rob banks for their future.
What platform is this on?
It's a movie.
Oh,
it's
okay.
I
Pay-per-view?
have no idea where the hell it can be found.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Pay-per-view. Okay.
So yeah, and
right.
trust me, it's worth the $4.99 or whatever it is.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
All right. Put that on my list.
What about you?
There was on Paramount Plus, there was it's called I guess it's the pre-story to Yellowstone. I didn't have it on my list tonight, but, I just saw the finale of that. Shit. Now I gotta look it up.
1883 or something?
I think it's 1883, I believe it's called. With, it's got all kinds of stars. And I think I talked about this last time we talked about this, but man, you really need to watch that show. It is really good. If you have access to Paramount Plus or do the trial or whatever. Also, Picard season 2 is out now. If you're a Star Trek fan, I just watched the first episode, but so far I'm liking it. HBO Max has 2 shows I'm watching right now. Raised by Wolves. This is a Ridley Scott production, and if you like wacky, weird sci-fi movies, and it's high production, it's HBO. Season 2 is just crazier than even season 1. You can watch both seasons back to back now. All the episodes have come out for season 2. I invite you to watch it. It's very good production. It's a little out there. It's really out there. But I'm enjoying it so far, and there is going to be a season 3. They've already confirmed. And the other one is Pennyworth on HBO Max. This is talks about the butler to Batman. It's kind of his pre-story, Alfred, and it's pretty good. I'm I think halfway through it right now. I'll let you know how it finishes up on another episode, but that's something definitely worth looking into. And it's kind of the elephant in the room. I have to talk about it. I watched the Oscars, man. the Will Smith punch. I was there watching it live when it happened. And, one thing I will tell you is Dune, which is that's a 5-star movie, Hazel. It almost took all
it wasn't.
Okay. All right. No. We'll just agree to disagree.
It wasn't.
That's why they call it a review. It took almost all the awards.
I give it a B.
Oh, God damn it. It took a lot of awards for screenplay and, soundtrack, sound design, all that. It did so well and all that, but it didn't get Best Picture. I thought it should have, but a little movie, on Apple Plus called Coda got it.
Yeah.
What
should have.
What did you think about the Will Smith punch? Who do you think's to blame here, man? I mean, do you think Will Smith was out of line on this?
Hell yeah, I do.
I think,
please, come on.
I think Will Smith has some personal issues he's dealing with right now with his marriage. I think
his wife's going out and
Yeah.
banging everybody. And, Will Smith takes it out on Chris Rock, of all people, instead of the person he should be taking it out on, which is the dude that's banging his wife.
Yeah, I think there's some friction in his life right now. I feel bad for the guy because I like the guy. He's about my age too. But
what does that have to do with anything?
This is
There's people my age that are fucking dumbasses.
I know, I get that, but what I'm saying is he's matured in life, and I have an established marriage.
Matured in life.
I mean, he's probably this is a very established marriage. I mean, in Hollywood years, and they have kids and everything. It gets complicated, man.
Yeah, but, that might not be his, but yeah.
But what's really funny though is he initially laughed at it, and then when Jada didn't like it and was giving him the look, that's when he decided. I don't know. It almost looked staged to me because of the way the slap was made. The way it looked very movie-like. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know who would want to stage that just to get some bad ill will. No pun intended toward Will Smith. But I tell you what, who benefited? Chris Rock, man. He was playing some live shows, and it was his popularity just shot through the roof. So, good
Obviously.
on you. Chris Rock didn't even budge, man. I loved it. He just stood right up to it. Didn't say a thing. And he kind of looked at the camera and went, are we still doing this? Oh, okay.
He was like, I got the shit smacked out of me.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. And you should have seen the cameras. They were freaking, on the live show, the cameras didn't know which one to pan to. It was really funny to watch, but.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet.
And I heard they asked Will Smith to leave and he would refuse.
Right.
Then I've heard that they didn't ask him. So I don't know what to believe, but I guess we've officially beat the shit out of that story for the week because everyone's been talking about it. But, I just wanted to mention it. I thought it was kind of funny. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it was staged.
I don't know. All right.
But I just love the public opinion right now is like all over the place as to, Chris Rock shouldn't have said that. To some people are like, oh, well, Will Smith shouldn't have done that, or Will Smith is a hero because he defended Jada.
Come on, man.
Oh my God, man.
You know what I'm loving the most from all this is all the Will Smith memes. Oh my God. They're everywhere.
Oh yeah.
They're so entertaining.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, hey, I have to give myself a pat on the back for the one that I used in our Discord about, there was a meme of Will Smith where he's saying, he's mouthing the words. He's like, what is it? Don't say my fucking wife's name or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah.
And I put on there Gatr, when we're talking about his bounties, he's like, take my bounties out your fucking mouth.
Anyway, I thought it was, it definitely woke me up. I was kind of snoozing on the Oscars, which I'm a big movie
Obviously.
fan. I've watched the Oscars every year ever since I was a kid. It's just something I've always done. It's like tradition. My family used to do it, and now that I'm an adult and have my own house and stuff, I still look forward to watching it. It's all the pomp and circumstance, and you get to see the stars kind of in a different light. And I don't know. I'm not like a big star gazer type, but it's just a different environment. They're not in front of a movie screen. It's just right out in the open in public. So it's the most public time you'll probably see them, but I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to mention one more thing before we go, and that is the new PlayStation Plus. They're coming out with, and opinions have varied on this. Some people are saying, well, it's not the same thing as Game Pass. Some people are saying, well, it's Sony's attempt to try to compete with Microsoft. Have you heard about what's going on with this, or is it not a big deal? Because I'm a big PlayStation Plus guy.
I mean, it sounds to me like they're trying to differentiate themselves from Game Pass.
Right.
I mean, again, it's Sony versus fucking Microsoft.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's apples and oranges, unfortunately. But, I mean, I don't know. It just seems half-hearted or half-baked or.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
Here's the thing. I have just the basic PlayStation Plus. It's $60 a year. It allows me to play online games, which is, you got to have that as a base. You get 2 monthly games for the PS5 and the PS4, depending on what console you have. And what's nice is you can either download them or you can just say, hey, add to my library. Download them Download them later. You're like claiming ownership of the game, but you don't want to put it on your hard drive, and they'll just say, all right, fine, we'll put it in your library. Then when you do want to play it, you'll be able to download it whenever you want. I love that option. Whereas I'm not going to get in a Game Pass war tonight. I'm not going to go down that road because we'll be here for frickin' an hour talking about it. But they do have discounts on a lot of games. You have cloud.
So does Game Pass.
Yeah, I know. You have cloud storage for save games. And there's really nothing they're changing there. What they are adding is they're adding 2 more tiers. One is called Plus Extra, which only thing it's different is it gives you a catalog of up to 400 PS4 and PS5 games, including the blockbuster stuff, the major stuff from PlayStation Studios and third-party games is what they're saying here, third-party partners. And you can download these games. You don't have to stream them. You can download them. And like I said, put them right in your collection. The problem is with this is most of these games, I'm talking PS4 here, ones I wanted to play, I've already played. I don't really need to keep them. I really want to go back and play them. And the biggest thing, and I was talking with the guys at Generation X Gaming. They were talking about this last night on their Generation X Gaming podcast last night. And there's only 24 hours in a day. So the problem with having 400 games available to you is when on earth are you going to play them, dude? I mean, I spend all my time in Destiny right now, and believe me, I want to play Elden Ring, but I just know if I buy that game that it will start struggling time-wise with my Destiny time. And I'm almost being protective with my Destiny time. I'm kind of hanging on to that. I have my routines and stuff that I like to do. But Elden Ring is so beautiful. I mean, Agent H has been telling me the open world just blows them away, and I love open world stuff. So, they do have one other tier other than that. It's called Plus Premium, and it gives you everything that we just talked about, but it adds an additional 340 additional games, including PS3 games. But the only problem with the PS3 games is you can only cloud stream them through their PlayStation Now. That's their cloud streaming service.
Why is that a deal breaker? Because
if you have to stream the game, you really don't own the game. If you download it on your hard drive, it's yours. Or if you click the box and you own the license to that game, you can download it anytime and play the game. Whereas streaming this is what worries me about streaming is you're never really going to own anything. And what happens if the streaming service goes down? You're not going to play any of those games anymore. I don't know. And it even said that they did say that there was going to be a catalog of beloved classic games available both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and the PSP generations. That part perked my ears up. But the fact that the PS3 games are only via cloud streaming, there's a couple games that I'm thinking about. Dynasty Warriors Tactics I think it's a PS2 game. If they had that in there, that might get, there again. It's coming down to time. You have cloud streaming through PS4, PS5, console, and PC. You have, and then finally they give you time limited game trials where you can actually try a game before you buy it. I tell you what, which is
BS.
But here's the thing, though. If I had this option with Battlefield 2042, I would have never spent the money I did on it because I went back to PlayStation and said, listen.
No, you would have.
I said, listen, this game sucks.
You had a demo.
No, that was a beta.
And you still.
That was a beta.
Come.
And they promised everything.
Had it, and you still bought it.
Nope.
You played the beta.
Had problems. And they said, oh, we've got all those problems fixed. Here, we're going to have the fresh.
They didn't.
I know they didn't, but that's what they told us.
They said this was an older build.
Right. We've got it all squared away.
And it was more stable.
Right. And we know how
that should have been a fucking clue.
Well,
when they said it was more stable.
So who do you trust? I mean, this is the game developer talking to you. I mean, if Bungie said that to me, I'd be like, okay, I trust Bungie. But EA is DICE and EA right now are in my shit bucket. They're on my shit list.
I mean, they flat out told you there were issues there.
Now, if I would have had
a more stable version.
Yeah, I know. I heard you say that. The thing is, though, if I had a time-limited game trial where I could play this game for 30 days or even 14 days and then realize all the problems it had, I never would have sunk that money down on it. So for that reason alone, this would be a nice option to have, in addition to the fact that I can get some of my PlayStation 2 games and my original PlayStation games. I might think about this, but it's double the price.
Dude.
It's $60 a year for the thing that I'm paying for now, which is the basic. It's $100 a year if you want to go with the one where you have 400 other PS4 and PS5 games. And it's $120 a year for the premium, the streaming and
with
the PS2 and the game trials. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Which I think is a complete and utter misstep, because to me, game trials should be free. If you want to sell your fucking game, don't hide it behind a $120 paywall.
Yeah. Well, they do have now. PlayStation does have demos. You can get demos on certain games, but there's a lot of games that don't have demos. You just have to buy the game.
Come on, you know damn good and well that is not right.
Well, I guess time will tell. We vote with our wallets, right?
You can't even mention. You can't say that.
We don't know.
What do you think is going to happen? Like, PlayStation is going to be like, oh my God, he didn't agree with us. We're going to ban him. He's going to have to get an Xbox now.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Come on. Just be real, man. Okay. So, is it right that PlayStation is going to hide demos for games that you may or may not want to buy behind a $120 paywall?
No, I don't like that. I don't like that aspect of it. I think that should be included in the base game, in the base PlayStation Plus.
It shouldn't even be on PlayStation Plus in general. It should just be free.
You have to have PlayStation Plus to do anything online with PlayStation. It's just the price you pay, man. I remember in the old days, where you could actually play online for free. And then it was first Xbox. Xbox said, well, you need Xbox Gold to play online. Then PlayStation jumped on the bandwagon and said, yep, PlayStation, what was it, Plus? PlayStation Plus? Yeah. You have to have that to play online. So now we pay for online service, which I get it.
Right.
Servers aren't free. They have to, they have just to making the profit on the game. Yeah. That's one model. And somehow you have to pay for some of the infrastructure. I'm okay with that. I've learned to live with that. That's just the world we live in now. If you want to play online, it's a luxury. You have to pay for it. Except if you're on PC. That's the thing. That bugs me.
But that's what I'm saying, though, is just that, apparently, people, developers don't need to sell, don't need to sell their game if they're hiding their demo behind a paywall.
Yeah, I get that. I get that point of view. I don't know. I think people will vote with their wallets. I think we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. I don't know when exactly this comes out. It's just an announcement. I don't think they mentioned when it was out. I'm not looking at it now anymore. But I guess time will tell.
Or the other side of it is that it's going to drive people to
computers, PC.
No, it's going to drive people to another tier of it. So that way another tier of the, the system or the program, whatever they're doing.
Plus,
so
premium,
that,
right.
Yeah, exactly. So that way they can go ahead and try it then.
Right.
Maybe the game will be on there and they don't need to actually, buy it.
Yeah.
So,
all right. I was just curious. I was curious what you thought. I know a lot of podcasts have talked about it this week. I didn't want to stay on it too long, but I just wanted to at least throw our 2 cents out there. So, all right.
Yeah. I think it needs some refinement.
Okay.
But aside from that, it's fine. Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
It's, it is what it is.
Like I said, my biggest fears is that we're not going to own games anymore. We'll have to rent them. And when you don't own anything anymore, I don't know. I'm a collector. I like to go grab something off the shelf, I would like to go grab that CD off the shelf and throw it in a player and play it. I mean, I was just talking about this last night. I said, I have Apple Music and I have Spotify. Mm-hmm. All those songs I've downloaded on my phone. What happens if I quit that service? Do I still own the songs?
Yeah. No. You don't own the songs now.
Yeah. Isn't that sad? You think you have a playlist, a music collection, but if you quit the service, it's gone. It's on their server. Even if you downloaded them on your device, you can't access them because you have to go through the service.
Right. No, because you didn't buy shit. If you want it, buy it.
Well, you're paying a subscription service so you can have license to play the songs, like $15 a month.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is the way gaming's going to be. I'm just saying. Eventually, this will be the way gaming is. You won't be able to play that game you wanted to play because you're not subscribed to PlayStation anymore, or you're not subscribed to Microsoft. You still have the option to buy the shit, though. Right now, yes, you're correct. But what I'm
saying, you're always going to have that option.
I don't know. That's what I'm worried about. I'm thinking that streaming, cloud streaming, I think everything's going to that eventually. Unfortunately, then we'll own nothing.
Okay, Chicken Little.
All right. We're not going to go down that road again. All right. That means good conversation though. I'm being respectful here. I really am. I'm not trying to bash it all. I'm just saying. I know we just disagree on certain parts of things of this subject. So let's move on and let's talk about this week at Bungie.
Hey everyone, looking for some like-minded gamers to talk Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk with others about life for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, TV shows, and new music out there.
Well, wait. What about channels with New Year's resolutions or other goals? Oh, we also have a fitness section.
Well, you're also forgetting about channels with links to our clan, SpeakPipe, show music playlists, or even where to get a t-shirt, mousepad, coffee mug, condoms.
Man, you're forgetting about the podcast questions channel, where listeners can put in their questions for the show, and we'll play them live.
And our show feedback channel, where listeners can talk about past podcasts, and...
Just stop. Hasn't this shameless plug gone on long enough? Hey everyone, just look for the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, wherever you get your podcast out there, or just visit guardiandowncast.com, where there is an invite link you can use anytime.
And later, Guardian.
Just stop it, man.
What?
Just lay off the caffeine, man.
It's definitely not caffeine. It's sake tonight.
All right, 6th week of Season of the Risen. Hazel, what's up with the TWAB this week, man?
All right, so I don't know. This was a lame ass TWAB. It was more informational than anything.
Okay,
but the first thing that they talked about here was that they dropped a new video. Did you watch this by chance?
This is the one thing I did not do. The accolades video, I don't know what this is.
Basically, it's just a bunch of clips from everyone who's reviewed the game and has said oh yeah, the campaign is awesome, and
they're patting themselves on the back. Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
And then they went on to say that, hey, even though we're patting ourselves on the back, we're not going to end there.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that's just, they're like, we still have the next season coming out and the season after that and all that good jazz. So.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. All right. Then they have a section here that's called Mechs Evolved. And for this, we all remember how they were doing, what was it? Monsters versus
dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Yes, yes. So we all remember that dinosaurs won.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a cool moment and everything else. Well, this season, they actually changed it up a bit, and they did not decide to do 2. They just decided to do mechs. So the only thing that we're asking you to do is to go ahead and go to Bungie's website on, here we are, March 31st to April 6th, is to make sure that you're signed up. And then what's going to happen is they're going to send you an email, and you can say, hey, I say mechs. That's all they want you to do.
It's monsters versus mechs, right?
No, it's just mechs.
I see what you're doing here. Stop it.
What?
It's monsters versus mechs. I know you want mechs. It's monsters and mechs. You got to vote for which one you want.
No, it's just mechs.
Ah, jeez. I know you're a Titan.
What?
I know. Okay. So
what do you mean?
So what are they voting for? What kind of mech?
So yeah, exactly. It's just that's exactly it. So Hades, that's for you, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just say mechs, and then Bungie will go ahead, and then they're going to design the mechs that are shown there, and then that's going to be it. That's what we're going to get in December or October for Festival of the Lost. It's going to be these mechs. So
yeah, how much did he PayPal you?
What are you talking about?
Right. Okay.
No, he didn't PayPal me anything.
Because this is the truth. Gotcha.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Carry on.
And actually, I mean, it's not even that, because I'm pretty sure, like, if it were monsters versus mechs, that he'd be one of those monster fans anyway.
You think so?
So, yeah.
But there's no monsters.
No,
Just
monsters
mechs.
whatsoever.
Just mechs.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep. Just mechs.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. There we go. What?
Nothing.
We are all about giving the maximum amount of information in this podcast.
Oh, you're giving some information. All right. Okay. And you get a nice emblem too for voting for mechs.
Yes, exactly. And that emblem does kick all kinds of ass.
Yeah, it does look good.
So, yep. So go ahead. The polls open April 7th through April 13th. They close on the 13th. And the 19th, the emblem comes out. And then lastly there, the winners will be announced shortly thereafter.
I can't look at you right now.
What?
Nothing. Oh, go ahead.
If there were monsters versus mechs, which one would you pick?
I don't know, man. That warlock looks pretty good. Both warlocks look good, so I don't care. I'll take either. If there was another option.
Yeah, but there's not, so we don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
So, oh well. So, but that's not a reason for you not to get on and vote just mechs. Because that's what Bungie needs.
Yeah, get your emblem.
Exactly. Get your emblem to say mechs, #mechs, and there you go.
You're a Transformers fan, aren't you?
Who wouldn't be?
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I like Transformers.
And that hunter looks like a Transformer. The warlock looks like
Warlock looks good.
Ultraman.
It does. It looks so good.
And the Titan looks like a damn Gundam. It's like, come on. This is just gold. All three right there.
I've already got a gold shader laid out for that warlock.
I bet you do.
Mm-hmm. And
then, I mean, if there were monsters, I mean, ew. Come on. It doesn't look anywhere near as cool as that. But, so yeah, #Team Mechs. That's the important thing.
Mhm.
So, all right, next, last call, Unbroken. So this will be the last season that Unbroken can be started. So they are making changes to Crucible going forward, and they are going to be sunsetting this title. So if you want to be Unbroken, that means you have to hit, I think the main sticking point for Unbroken was hitting Legend 3 times, I believe.
Yeah, it's the hardest part. It's a thing I don't have.
Yeah, you have to hit it in multiple seasons. Yeah, you have to hit rank Legend 3 times.
Yep.
So yeah.
So if you're deciding to get Unbroken, you have to get Legend this season.
You have to do
and
it
the next
this
season.
Yeah, you have to hit Legend this season.
Yep.
And then, I mean, you might be able to coast next season. I don't know if it's going to be like that.
I don't think so.
But I mean, but they didn't say, you just had to start it now.
Good point.
So
Did they explicitly state that we needed to get 3 seasons of Legend? Okay.
Yep, they did. So yeah, you still have to hit 3 seasons if you want the Crucible title Unbroken.
So we need to make a decision here whether we're going to push on the survival playlist or not, like we talked about.
I think that was a bet, wasn't it?
Yeah. I haven't participated.
Don't try to weasel your way out.
I'm not weaseling out. Oh, fuck me.
All right. Moving on.
Yep.
A week for rituals. Okay, so with this next reset, Grandmasters are coming back. Okay. For anyone interested who's masochistic enough to jump in, Tuesday, April 5th, Scarlet Keep will be the Grandmaster. Starting power will have to be 1575. And aside from that, I appreciate the heads up here that combatants can take more hits, deal more damage, and are far more aggressive.
Oof.
Champions will appear in mini encounters, so be sure to work with your team as you build your loadouts. And then revives are limited, darkness encroaches, kick ass, get loot.
Is there a time? Is there a timer on this bullshit?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, there is a timer, but it's as long as you defeat all the champions, you'll end up getting platinum on it.
Perfect.
And you'll be getting an adept weapon.
Perfect. I'm in.
So, the weapons for the upcoming week that are going to be adept is going to be the Plug 1 and the Palindrome.
2 good weapons.
Not too shabby.
I know I get killed by the damn adept palindromes all the time in the Crucible. Must be something to that gun.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, no, at least they don't state it here, but no Ascendant alloys. They said Ascendant shards, adept weapon mods, and enhancement prisms.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, sorry.
That sucks.
Double Vanguard rep. For those of you masochistic enough to jump into the Vanguard playlist. So there you go. Gambit Labs. Gatr,
yes.
Your ears are perked up here.
Yes, they are.
Okay. So this is Invasion Swap. So each time a team banks 25 or 75 motes, the opposing team will be given an invasion. And that's basically it with Gambit.
Very strategic.
Yeah, I think I already put the strat out there. You go in with a stacked team, you bank 24, so that way it stops them, so that way they can't bank anymore. And then, or you don't bank anymore until, 25, but then you get 60.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody gets 15, and then you bank that, and then they get 1 invasion.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah,
that's dirty. I like it, though. I like that.
Well,
One invasion the whole game? All right.
Yeah. Because you figure you're banking 60 and on top of 24, which would be 84, which is more than 75.
It's only going to trigger.
So they just get one invasion.
But I wonder if it stacks. I wonder if you do.
I doubt it.
Okay, we'll find out, I guess.
Nothing in the game stacks like that. So
not typically,
mechanics anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the strat, I would say. I'm almost tempted to jump into Gambit just to see that, just to like have that work.
Our Gambit crew starts up next week. I can't wait. We're gonna do.
Yeah,
we're starting Monday, but the following Monday we'll still be able to play the labs. Be fun.
Yeah. So Trials Freelance will be coming back as well next week. So yay.
Yeah. Then
shit's broken. Weird shit is broken too, by the way. I.e. Renewal Grasps damage buff doesn't always work inside the Duskfield grenade area. So yeah, that's fun. Movies, art, which is always awesome.
Yes. TikToks this week. It's pretty cool.
Yep. And then some word from DMG. Basically that it's zone capture this week in Trials and to remind everybody to touch grass.
Very cool. All right. Thanks, Hazel. Short and sweet. Yep. All I know is I'll be playing Strikes and Gambit next week. I'll somehow have to split my time. I might not be able to raid next week then. Sad face.
There's always time to raid.
We'll see. I'd love to raid if we can. Yep. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, wait. One more thing.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Mix.
God damn it. All right. Thanks, Hazel. All right. Let's move on. It's time. I'm going to go soak my head for a minute and then we'll answer questions from our community. Hang in there. We're right back. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 easy ways to do it.
First, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk or hang out and jump right in and talk to us, whatever you'd like to do. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question at guardian_d_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it live on the show.
Thanks to all of you out there who do listen to our show. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man. That's my line.
What?
Yeah.
Says who?
It's in the script. It's my line. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week. This is where we get our questions from our community. And we have a new speak pipe this week, and it's from a new face. So I'm just going to play it. Here we go.
Hello, Guardian Downcast. This is Decalen coming from the best hub on the net, the Guardian Hub. And with all the shower talk going on recently, I have a pretty out-of-the-box question for the show. What is your shower routine? For me, I get in, I soak for a minute or two, then I shampoo my hair and rinse that off, then I wash my face and condition my hair and my beard. I leave that in while I wash my body. Then I rinse off and get out. Love the show, guys.
Thanks, Decalen. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, that was a good question. Good question. Hazel, I'll let you answer it first.
Pretty much. It's
when do you put the shampoo in for the hair? All right, I'm sorry, I was a little.
I do that at the end.
The other hair. Oh no, I should have asked that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh shit. The visual.
Yes, gotcha.
That's what I get.
So yes, pretty much it's, I take long ass showers.
I do too.
Because to me, I just love it. I get it cranking hot too. So it's just like, oh, it almost melts your skin off. And then it's just soap. And then, I use like a thing on my face and head because I'm bald as shit. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. I come out and there's steam coming off of my body. I love hot showers. Mainly because as you get older, things don't move as much as they used to move when you're younger, and it loosens you up really nice. It's really good to loosen your muscles up. So yeah, I soak in the steam, and first thing I do, I use an all-in-one shampoo and conditioner. I'm lazy. I don't like using conditioner. So I have like an all-in-one. I throw it on, let it sit, rinse, do it again. I wash my hair twice, let it sit, and then I'll rinse off. And then typically I just do the body all at once with a washcloth and some like body soap. I get it from Bath and Body. I get it from Bath and Body Works. They have some really good scents for like men. And yeah, that's what I use. And then I have a, as probably everyone knows now, I have a back scrub brush. It's like a little scrunchy scrub brush. I'll put a little body.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a foot fetish.
No, fuck that. I put a little soap on the scrunchy on a stick. Basically, everyone knows what I'm talking about. And I scrub my back really good because you sit in a chair a lot or you sweat a lot because it's hot as hell right now in Florida. Hey, Ummer Fudd, it's 70 degrees right now and cloudy skies, by the way. It's going to be a nasty weekend. I always put that in different parts of the show.
32 degrees here, you ass.
Sorry, dude. That's why you like those hot showers. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I love hot showers, and I take a good 12-minute shower, and I shave in the shower too. I'm not one to shave in front of a mirror. I've learned over the years how to shave by feel. So I'll feel my face and shave in the shower at the very end, and then I'm out. Hey, thanks for sending that question to Kaylin. All right, Hazel, let's jump in the Discord. We got some good questions this week, and they're all pinned. Isn't that nice?
You better stop that shit.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna get fucking jinxed.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, my bad.
All right. Ooh,
Yeah.
I gotta go with this one.
Yeah.
Joker. Favorite food now?
Favorite food now? Favorite food. Oh, wow. Okay, when I go to the gym, the one thing I love to eat, and I don't know if you have these in your state, but we have Firehouse Subs here in Florida. It's run by, and started by firemen, and they have the best foot-long on wheat cheesesteak sub with the onions and peppers grilled and put in there, all steamed, and I've definitely a grilled bun. I don't want a raw bun. I want it nice and toasted. I meant grilled. I meant toasted. And just a stripe of mayonnaise and a little tiny bit of lettuce, and I am good to go. What about you, Hazel?
Definitely not that. Paneer makhani.
Say what?
Paneer makhani. It's Indian, and it's like maybe like a spice of like 4 out of 5, something like that. It's just I'm going to be actually having some either this weekend or next. So
got indigestion just thinking about that. Damn. You must have an iron stomach, dude. Oof.
I just love hot food, man.
I wish I love hot food, but I just doesn't agree with me. My stomach does not tolerate it. So,
yeah.
Well, we might as well go to the next question then. This is from Golden God. Question for the show. What was your favorite food growing up? I'll pose that to you, Hazel.
Favorite food growing up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember if there was anything like that really stood out. I would say my dad's meatloaf.
Oh.
Every time he made that, it was like just crazy good, and I'd always eat like a lot of it. He did it like a weird way. He like cut up bread pieces.
Okay.
And put like chunks of bread in there and like mustard. And I tried to find a recipe for it once and I can't find it. I tried talking to him about it and he's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I don't know.
Maybe use whatever he had on hand at the time.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
Mustard. You lost me at mustard. I'm sorry. I'm not meatloaf. Sorry.
Well, that's the thing is like, I was like, because like now, like he made it like maybe a couple months ago, and he made it with ketchup and did like kind of like the normal thing for meatloaf, I guess. Traditional. And I was like, where the hell did this come from? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, we don't talk about those mustard days.
Oh, man. Oh, God. I know this really isn't a really good food for you, but when I was in high school, I would eat from the lunch line in high school, and they would make the best no-bake chocolate cookies. They weren't really, like baked in an oven. They were kind of like, it was like oatmeal and peanut butter and chocolate all like mashed together, and then they're like air dry. They're like air dry, if you get them like super tender, super fresh, they just melt in your mouth. And my wife made some of those because she was trying to make something when I went to our sisters. My sister needs gluten-free food. She has that issue with her stomach. So we made these. She looked these up and she made these. I have not been able to replicate those cookies. And then she made these one day and it all came flooding back. Those no-bake chocolate, oatmeal chocolate cookies. Oh, I'm hungry now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks,
you were
Golden
mentioning,
God.
like, you were mentioning school food, and I was like, I had like this great moment as a parent because, like they had the square pizzas like that I grew up with. So it was like, or a rectangle pizza.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that was so good and everything else. And my daughter loves it. And they actually like say that it's made by Tony's Pizza. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, I may have to fucking go and pick up some Tony's Pizza. And my wife looks at me like, how old are you?
You have like 5 or 6 boxes and bring it to the cashier. Give me that picture. I want to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
it's
that
like,
look.
My wife will like pull my dad and be like, hey, we don't talk about those Tony's Pizza days. So I don't know.
Awesome. Okay. I think it's your turn. That was great. Great question.
All right. Salt.
Okay.
Mech or something monsters. And why will it be mechs?
Yeah, we don't talk about monsters here. I mean,
we don't talk about monsters in Bruno. There we go.
It's all about the mechs.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. I got one here from Fluffy. Fluffy, good to hear from you, buddy. Fluffy Fingers MD. All right. Brace yourself. Think hard on this one. Okay. So it sounds like the rules of Destiny have changed. Here's the deal, Guardians. You're now allowed to have 2 exotics when you play PvE or PvP. It is no longer anchored down to 1 weapon and 1 armor piece. Instead, you can just run 2 exotics total. You follow me? All right. I want to know, what are you running for PvE and what are you running for PvP? I'm sorry, Gatr. There's still not an exotic that lets you pick up unlimited bounties. God damn you. Good question, man. That's a good conditional question. What do you think, Hazel? I got to think about this.
So, okay, PvP. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'd be tempted to say both to a degree, but, well, actually I won't. I'll say PvE. I'll go with Omnioculus and Orpheus Rig on my Hunter.
Okay.
Because who doesn't love invis and being able to shoot 3 tethers?
Yes.
And then, for PvP on my Hunter, I would say Stompies and Dragon Shadow.
You wouldn't go weapons. Okay. Interesting.
Why would I?
Okay. All right. I understand those choices. I do. For me, it's weapons. For me, it's going to be, the new Dead Messenger grenade launcher. You can pick any, energy type I'd have that in my special slot. And I think since, let's face it, I mean, I guess I could put like a parasite grenade launcher on, or even a
Is this PvE or PvP?
For PvE. I could put a grenade launcher, or I could put a Gallahorn on, but I think I'm going to go more with, I think I'd put a Crimson on, because Crimson is just great. I mean, in PvE, it keeps you alive. I mean, not to mention you got Devour and all the Great Void aspects and fragments, but yeah, I would go Crimson and the Dead Messenger in PvE. Now, PvP, I would probably go with its weapons. It's always weapons for me. No Time to Explain Pulse Rifle in my kinetic slot, and the Teraba in my energy slot. No one would even get near me. Hell yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Interesting.
It could be. No, I'll stay with those. That's a good loadout right there. And
that means that you...
What?
That means you wouldn't be able to blink as far. You wouldn't be able to use your
that's all right.
helmet.
The Astrocyte Verse,
Okay.
I know. I thought about that's the first thing I thought about, is the Astrocyte Verse. But I've taken it off before to throw something else on, and I didn't really see a ton of difference. I'm so used to playing with Blink that other than the radar being up quicker, I would miss that. But I've learned to adapt to that as well. So, yeah, that's what I would stick with. It's all about weapons for me, man. Let me just kill stuff and let it blow up.
Interesting. Hey, Discord or listeners, let us know who's right and who's wrong, and why it's Gatr.
Or better yet, I'll go even further. Tell us what yours would be. We want to hear it.
Oh,
What would you guys pick?
like
if you were allowed to pick 2 exotics, either 2 armors or 2 weapons, what would you pick? Good question, Fluffy. Thanks, buddy. Dude, I had a great time raiding with you. It was a lot of fun, dude. You're very positive attitude. All right. It's your turn.
all right. So, I'll leave that one for Gatr.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so Golden God asked, did you watch the Oscars, and did you agree with who won and who didn't? And also, did Chris get what he deserved? So we already answered the Chris part.
Yeah.
And then I didn't watch the Oscars for fuck all, no. Will I watch them next year? No. Do I agree with who won? Sure.
Will Smith won Best Actor, right? After he did all that, then he got the award for Best Actor of the Year, and it was kind of uncomfortable. There was definitely a different vibe.
I saw it. I mean, I saw the thing with him crying and stuff like that.
Right.
I wanted to smack him. But yeah. So.
Jeez. Okay. All right. I'm
it
looking
just
at this.
sank in what I said. I like that. Okay. So,
all right.
Oh,
my turn.
Yep.
Bublub, where's the golden username I paid for? You've already got it, buddy. Question asked, question answered. There we go. And I didn't do it. The Patreon bot did it. So whatever. Actually, it didn't do it. One of our other members that just joined didn't get the shiny golden emblem, so I don't understand why. So I went to double check it, and the bot had already done it. So, okay.
Oh. Okay. We actually answered this question from Hades as well. Stolen from Twitter, but question for the show. Apparently, Fluffy saw the same question and stole it from Twitter too, or he stole it from you. If you could wear 2 exotic pieces of armor, what one would you pick? So Gatr, question to you. You get to actually answer this one. You don't get to use 2 weapons, so you get to use 2 armors.
I have to go with armor? Okay, then
yes.
Okay, since I am a Warlock main, I'll go with Warlock armor here. Yeah, then it would be Astrocyte Verse and Transversive Steps. Reload my weapons as I'm running, and I run faster all day long. All day long. I'll probably blink higher too, because of the Transversive Steps, if that was possible. Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's a deadly setup. But wait a minute, then there's Controverse holds too. I'll have to think on that.
Yep.
But I don't know. Transversa Steps is a great PvE exotic boots for.
Yep. How much random bullshit do Warlocks need? Is all I'm hearing right now. It's like cheat codes.
No, we're fine.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we're good.
Anyway.
Oh, he did say what he was going to use, right?
Yes, he did. So PvP and PvE, he'd go Foe Tracer and Oath Keepers in PvP, and Orpheus and Omnioculus in PvE. Look at that. Great minds.
I like those picks. I can't complain. Those are good picks. Oath Keepers are great for bows.
Yep. Exactly. And remember. Team Mex, Hades. Team Mex. You deleted the... Oh, wait. Never mind.
No, okay. I got it.
Yep. So the other question I was going to ask was actually from Hades, and it's right there. It's a question for the hosts. Have you ever had a speedrun answer completely throw you off? If so, what was it?
Yes, I have. Go ahead. What's yours, Hazel? You think?
I asked the question.
All right, fine. I asked Send Media. In fact, it is a soundbite because it was so ironic. I said, what is your most favorite exotic? I mean, what is Telesto the best though? He goes, no. And then I think it was 2 questions later, says, what's your favorite exotic? And he goes, Telesto? Like he knew he had to say it. Yeah. That's my favorite. That one definitely had me in stitches. That's for sure. What about you?
Oh, man. I'm trying to remember. I know that I know it was Dan Finity on his first episode when he was on. Uh-huh. And he said something. It was like the question was like rank yourself 1 through 10 or something like that. Uh-huh. And he's like 4,002.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it just completely derailed me. I think that was back when Easy was on too. And yeah. I mean, if you go back and you ever listen to those old episodes, I'm sorry, but those speed runs were just hilarious with Easy and myself because we would just crack up laughing, and poor Gatr had to like actually keep the ship going, and he'd keep asking questions despite like the guest and myself and Easy just losing our shit. Like, you know,
and Easy has
great.
Easy has the greatest laugh too, man. It makes everyone want to smile. He's got a great laugh.
Exactly. I'm fucking smiling right now.
I am too. I can hear this laugh. I can hear it. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at time. Okay, we're all good. We're okay here. Let's see if we can get some more here. Okay, Golden God. Question for the show. Easter is coming. What is your favorite Easter candy or chocolate? Mine are Peeps. I used to pig out on them when I was a kid.
Ooh.
You're not gonna like my answer.
I can't do Peeps. I can't. Nope. I did them like way too much as a kid.
Uh-huh. You overdosed.
I threw them up.
Oh no! Yeah. So you got bad memories.
I threw them up. Yeah. No.
Oh, shit.
No way.
So what would you go with then? What? Okay, let me ask you this: when you give your daughter her Easter basket, I'm sorry, when the Easter Bunny gives their daughter her Easter basket, what are you going to steal out of there?
Obviously the Reese's eggs.
Oh, those are good.
Yep, exactly. And so help me God, if you say what I think you're going to say,
you know I'm going to say it.
The fucking show.
No, man, you got to let me say it. Come on.
Don't you say it.
Come on, man. Every Easter, my wife lets me get 3 of them when I'm at the grocery store, and I get them. God. I'll get them for like every week for a month. It's the Cadbury chocolate egg. Oh, come on, man. You know me too well.
No.
It's a great. Oh, it's so good. It has its own little yolk. It has a little yolk. It's like caramel. All right. That was my question. So, if you can get yourself together, let's do another one. Sorry, I'll try to wash
All right.
that image out of your head.
I had to go throw up. I'll be honest, this sake is getting to me.
It'll hit you, man. It'll hit you. How many have you had?
I'm just nursing this one here.
Oh, you got one bottle? You're going through the whole bottle? Oh no.
No, I'm not going through the bottle. I've watched like 4 videos on how to drink sake.
Did you drink it hot?
No, just room temperature.
Okay.
So, yeah, hot will be next, and then
Hot's good.
cold will be last.
Hot's so smooth, man.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. That's because it's smooth. That's why it's dangerous. You'll drink more than you need to.
Yeah.
It'll hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go another one. We're on a roll.
Okay.
Did you do the spooky one about the song? Didn't you?
No, I did not.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope. So a question from Burning Wing.
Mm-hmm.
When will at Iconic Laz Davis Loves Feet find out who is the GSR intern?
Who is the GSR intern?
I don't know either, but I think he needs to put good old Agnes on it. You know?
Get Agnes on it because she doesn't have anything else to do with her life. So let's do that.
Hello? Guardian Downcast. I can't even do it. It hurts. It hurts.
Hello.
I sound like a damn villain or something.
That's all right. I get the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Sweaty Spooks. By the way, shout out to Sweaty Spooks. I heard him on another podcast this week. He was asking a question. It was School of Podcasting. Actually, it was School of Podcasting, and I turned him on to Dave Jackson to learn about podcasting and stuff. He's thinking about doing a show, and he had a great question. He had a great question.
That to me.
Yeah, he had a great question. So, question for the show: has Gatr figured out the calculator comment from Hazel yet? Find that on the Potato Thumbs podcast, listeners, if you haven't yet. I know where the notepad is on my PC. I don't. I'm sure it's somewhere on the computer screen here. I don't know. I just
Glorious.
I just have an adding machine right next to me here. It's battery operated. I can just carry it anywhere. Good.
Glorious.
Next question.
All right. Sage of Data Bio.
Okay.
Hope you're doing well, buddy. Quick question for anyone. Can you 1v1 Crow?
In a heartbeat. He'd be whining and complaining the whole time. He'd already be dead.
Don't you start.
I don't like that guy.
Don't make me come over there.
Never have liked that guy.
Don't make me come over there.
What do you like about this guy? Redemption, really? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
No.
I wouldn't want to 1v1 the guy.
I'll do it. My hand's raised. I'll do it.
I bet you would.
Mm-hmm.
I would laugh my balls off if you lost too.
You'd probably do something like this. That scream is iconic. Okay. All right. Couple more here. Couple more.
May have to get Agnes and Laz on the case to find out if that's truly iconic or not.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Oh.
Hello.
All right. Question from Sweaty Spooks again. Can I suggest a song? I'm more of a metalhead myself, but this song has been hitting me lately. It's called Mama Cry by YNW Melly. You know what? Sweaty Spooks, this one time, we'll add your song. I'll make sure we add it. You're good. I'll leave it
Nice.
pinned. I'll leave it pinned. That way I won't forget. And you'll have to remind me, just in case. All right, one more each, and then we're moving on.
All right. So, question from Hades. This is a follow-up to Crow, actually. Question for the show. Do you think Crow knows enough? Wait a minute. Do you think Crow knows, I think it means who killed him. Do you think Savathun was honest about that or skewed it if it was Petra? So he thinks we did,
Must have been on his phone.
To push him away, from the Vanguard. So, yeah, do we think that, she told him the truth?
Basically, yeah. I don't know. Were we talking about Petra telling him or Mara?
Killing him. Well,
Yeah.
Savathun is the one that...
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think he knows.
You think she lied to him?
Savathun lie? I don't know what you're talking about.
When has she ever lied? I mean, honestly.
Since Destiny 1?
Did she really lie?
She's known for her trickery and cunning. Isn't she? I'm going to have to get Nodarf in here.
Yeah.
Or Dez.
But, I mean, that doesn't mean that she's lying all the time.
Do you think she told him the truth?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I don't think so. I don't know. Picture thing. Yeah, I'm staying with my answer. We'll see. Maybe it'll come out in a later story. All right. Let's finish one out here. Okay. I'm just going to ask this one quickly. It won't be my final question, but it's a really quick question. This is from Willbreaker, aka Doctor Who. This is Joker. Question for the Florida folks. How many coats do you own, if any? I actually do own some coats, but we don't own what you guys up north would call a coat. We have like windbreakers, sometimes like a sweatshirt. I have a leather jacket, but I found out really quickly it's not really a leather jacket. It has no down in it. It has no filler. It's literally just a piece of leather and a liner inside. It was horrible in Washington, D.C. I could not get warm. Anyway, I wanted to answer that question real quick. Okay, I'm going to finish with this one. This is a funny one. Uncle Scumdeath, question for the show. I'm playing hide and seek with my 5 and 6-year-old nieces. Is there anything more tiring? Love the show, and I'm bloody knackered. Well, let's ask someone who has a daughter about that age.
Oh, yeah. It's hell on earth. Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh, I don't have any 5 or 6-year-old nieces anymore. I don't think I do. Geez, I got to think about this. Oh, yeah. Mine are much older now. But, okay, yeah. I can definitely say yes. They are tiring. My brother's son, Max, when he was young, he was a hellion. And what's really funny is that he is the most mature, quiet kid now. It's amazing how he was such a boisterous little kid. And, he's grown up to be a full grown adult now. I mean, it's nothing like he was when he was younger. And oh yeah. Yeah. I got tired out plenty back when he was younger. So, yeah. Hey everyone. If we didn't get to your question this week, I see we still have some questions in here. Don't worry. They're not going anywhere. We'll leave them for next week's show and, we'll get to them then. And if you guys do have a question for us, you want us to answer, whether it's about us or about Destiny or about just life in general, put it in our podcast questions channel in our Discord. You can also email it to us. We have ads that talk about where to send it to us, but the easiest place is, right there in podcast questions in our Discord. So join our Discord, enter them there, and we'll pin them for later. And maybe we'll get to your question and read it out on the show. So thanks, everyone. We appreciate it. And this is the point where good old Mr. Fudd introduces our next segment.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Thank you, Mr. Fudd. Had a great time raiding with you, buddy. Hope we do that again. This is the final segment of our show. This is where we pick our songs for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. Just a sample of what all of us here like to listen to. And we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify. We have our podcast on there too, but this is a separate music playlist. And we've been adding these songs since July of 2019. So it's kind of a little musical history of all our guests, what mood me and Hazel were every week. And maybe you'll find something there that you might want to listen to. We also have the playlist on Apple Music for all you folks out there who use the Apple devices. We now have 955 songs representing all of us and our past guests, like I just mentioned. And our first pick comes from our Raid Boss Patreon member, Mr. Basically an ACL. And he picked the song, the Stereotype song, and it's by your favorite Martian. He did say that, in the spirit of April Fool's, today's April Fool's Day, by the way, that, I went ahead and chose this parody song. So good deal. Thank you. Basically an ACL. Salt. Had a great time last week, by the way, on the show. Hazel?
Yes.
What do you got for us this week?
Okay, so in between my throat closing up and that, I was listening to some music on my run, and the first song that I heard that really I liked was "Come and Go" by Juice WRLD and Marshmello. So yeah, that's my first song, and then I was going to add another song, but I couldn't find it. But I did find it at the last minute, and it's the soundtrack or the theme song from My Name. So you'll be seeing that in a little bit, Gator.
Okay, very cool. It annoys me to say this, but my wife usually likes your music picks. And not so much.
Yeah, she has taste.
And not so much mine. It annoys me to no end.
She has taste.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
obviously.
We'll see how it goes tonight. In honor of Mr. Elmer Fudd, I chose this artist as I found out during our raid night that we both love this singer. This is a 58-year-old this 58-year-old was first introduced to me as a contestant on America's Got Talent, which I love, of course. And he is actually a leader of a band named King Sized, based in Atlanta, Georgia. He is most known for his alter ego, though, a Pagliacci-type clown that sings covers of amazing songs. He has a very operatic voice, and I just love the sound. His actual name is Mike Geyer, but he will never publicly acknowledge that name, as he goes by the name Puddles. So my song choice from him tonight is Lazarus, and the official name of the artist is Puddles Pity Party. This guy's amazing, and listen to all of his covers. He does covers of all kinds of songs, pop, rock, all kinds of popular songs, and Lazarus, this song just really hit me. And it's one of his newest ones he's put out. So I think you'll like that song. This guy gets over 150,000 listens on Spotify alone. So check this guy out. He's really good. And for my second song, I really don't need any explanation on this next song and the artist. This song is one of my favorite albums from him. It's The Dream of the Blue Turtles from 1985, which was a politically charged song back then. And unfortunately, It still applies today, especially with the events in Ukraine. It's the song Russians from Sting. I think we have a little bit of housekeeping before we go here, Hazel.
Yes, sir.
You want to mention your stuff first? And then I'll mention the thing I talked about.
Yeah, so first thing is going to be Raid Night will be coming up this week on, I want to say, Monday night, Wednesday night?
Hopefully Wednesday.
One of those two. Probably
Okay.
Wednesday.
Perfect.
So that way, you can go ahead and get some of that sweet, sweet raid loot and also get to know some people. So now, originally, this wasn't clan-based, but now it will be clan-based. So just be aware of that. And aside from that, scrims will be the following week, FYI. So we're going to alternate 1 and 1. And then one thing I did want to throw out there is that so I'm doing my Hazel's Healthy Contest thing. And I just wanted to throw out there that, like, originally I set it out there, anybody who did better than me, but now I'm going to open it up to anybody who just basically, tries and that kind of thing and posts. I'll put you in for a drawing for $100 at the end of the year.
That's generous. Very cool, dude.
Yeah, because it's not about beating me because, I mean, originally it was, but, now it's more so, hey, it's just about doing good and doing right for you.
It's all about the journey, man. It's all about getting on that journey, getting on that. I mean, I'm not really in a race to lose weight. I've decided that the way people lose a lot of weight over time is just by walking. You're jogging and running, which just speeds things up. But I'm just trying to get my walks in every day. I'm just trying to get my normal activity in every day. And I mix some running in there too, and I've obviously the gym and weightlifting, but it's all about just getting started and just baby steps. Just one in front of the other, man. It's just a day at a time. It's about changing the way you live. And I'm on board, man. It's a good thing you're doing, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just trying to do something,
Yeah.
So
just don't wear gaiters. Sorry. It's too soon.
Well, you know what my wife said?
What?
She's like, maybe you should have a rule where you don't run in weather that's cold like that.
Mm.
I'm like, what?
I'm in Ohio. When's that going to be?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, do you have like a treadmill or?
No, we don't. At least not at this point. So,
okay. All right. That's what I use. Cause I mean, there's shitty days where it's rainy in the morning. I'll just jump on the treadmill, but it's nothing beats a walk or being outside. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Gets the blood flowing, man. You're living life now, Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we had a couple podcasts coming up here we wanted to announce. Did you want to announce that or you want me to?
So I can announce one.
Go for it.
Then you can announce the other.
Okay.
So the first thing that we're going to do is I'll say this one. I'll say the community cast. So, yeah. So, if you are not a member of our community, i.e. like our clan, you can go ahead and come to this podcast and you just hang out and, talk to us, have a good laugh, tell me I'm wrong, tell Gatr he's wrong, whatever.
Easy.
Yeah, exactly. And depending on,
yep. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish that thought.
Oh, I was going to say, depending on how many people are interested in this, we might chop it up into 2 weeks.
Right.
So, yeah, but that's going to be on May 6th. So we actually already have some people that have already said they want to be part of it, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and this is not clan members. This is community. If you're in our Discord community, you're invited. So just keep in mind, space is limited, and it is first come, first serve. So if you want us to, you want to join our community cast, it's something new we're trying. And credit goes to Hazel. He's the one who mentioned it. And, it'd be a good time to just have like a little round table. Talk about whatever topic is hot at the moment, or we can come up with a new one. And speaking of that, we are going to have another clan cast. And this is only open to clan members. Whether you're in the GDC 1 or GDC 2 clan, both can apply. This is going to be Friday, April 15th. So in a couple weeks. And there again, space is limited. So it's first come, first serve. And as Hazel mentioned earlier, if we need to split this up into 2 shows, we might do that, depending on participation. And I just want to make sure everyone has time to talk. And, that we're not talking over each other. So there's a certain number of people we can comfortably, take on per show without it becoming too crazy. And like I said, if we get more people involved that want to do it, then we'll just we'll announce another show. Okay, anything else, Hazel? I'm trying to think here.
No.
Okay. I just want to give we have a new Patreon this week. A patron. Sorry, Sharp. We have a new patron this week. We wanted to thank our newest Patreon member. It's Decalon, who left us our SpeakPipe tonight. He's our newest
Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's our newest GatorNut tier supporter. Welcome, sir. Thank you for your support. I just want to give a quick thank you to all our patrons out there. You know who you are. All the support you guys have given us has just been fantastic. And, it helps us do little things like the next thing I'm going to mention here in a minute. Little things to help build our community. It does help take a little bit of the financial burden off of hosting fees and all that good stuff. But if you are interested in supporting us, check out patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. All one word, no spaces. And you can join our patrons for less than what you would, for a Twitch or YouTube subscription. It's less than that. So thank you for doing that. If you are interested, we do have a few of the founder decals that I'll be mailing out. I believe next week I'll be heading off to the post office to mail it all out. So we have a few left. It's a very limited run of decals we put out, and you're welcome to have one as long as we have them still in stock. I don't know how else to say that. Anyway, thank you very much. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. And there's one thing I want to do before we leave here, Hazel. This is something I want to try, and I want to see if I'm just curious to see if this works. This idea came to me from another podcast, and this is going to be a question of the month, and this is the one for April. Like I said, it's something new we're trying. We hope you guys will participate in it. Every month, we're going to ask a question to our listeners for that month about the Destiny universe. All we ask is that you respond using our voicemail system, which is speakpipe.com/Guardian Downcast. You don't have to have a mic. You don't have to have any PC or anything. Literally get on your phone, go to that website. It will use the mic on your phone, and you can just leave us a quick message. It's that simple. And there's no time limit. You don't have to worry about getting cut off or anything. We use the upgraded service, so there's no 90-second timer. So you can answer the question and take your time doing it. As a little incentive, at the end of the month, we're going to have a drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card, US dollar value. Sorry, UK. So we hope you guys will all give us your take on the question of the month. And you're probably saying, well, Gator, get to the point. What is the question of the month? Here is the question of the month for April. What do you think the next seasonal story will be about? This season, we witnessed the story between Cadel, Lord Saladin, and Crow, and they using the psychic abilities to figure out what the Light-Bearing Hive are up to, right? So what's next? What characters are going to be involved, and what do you think the story arc's going to be? What do you think they're going to present to us in the next season? Let us know what you think, and we'll need your answers by Wednesday, April 27th. Wednesday, April 27th. That's the deadline. On episode 145, Hazel and I will randomly draw a name and award a $25 Amazon gift card to that one lucky person. Let's see what answers we get. And by the way, mention your gamer tag. Plug yourself a little bit. We want to know who you are. And again, to answer the question, go to speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Remember, there's no spaces. And we'll play all the answers on that show to that question. So good luck. I don't know about you, Hazel, but that's it, man. That's it for me. I don't have anything else to talk about. It's another episode in our collection. If you are just now finding out about us, we have 140 other episodes in our collection. Just visit our website, guardiandowncast.com, and they're all right there. Nice little player if you want to use whatever. It's got a built-in player if you want to skim around and see what we got. Hazel, I think we have one more thing to do before we leave. And that is of course, it's a Scum Death Corner. And I have not listened to this Scum Death Corner, so here goes nothing.
Hello, and welcome to Scum Death Corner. Gatr has just sent me a band. Obviously, it's a progressive rock band. From where are they? Well, you Googled it, didn't you? Well, we don't know where they come from. I'm listening to it with my girlfriend. It's a band called Lunatic Soul. He sent me a song called Gatr, which I usually live in, and it's absolutely fantastic. What do you think? What band did you say they sounded like?
Similar to Opeth.
Yeah, a bit of Opeth going down. Yeah, Depeche Mode, yeah. Yeah, totally. I don't know why he sent it to me, because I don't like Depeche Mode, but actually, this band is class. So we are going to sit down here now, and then we're going to listen to a few more songs of this stuff, and cheers, Gatr. Thanks for, thinking about us. Cheers, babe. Love it. I did turn it off.
What button do I press? I love it. I love this guy. That's hilarious. No, his question last week was, if you remember, was what song do you listen to kind of wind down for the night? And Gatr by Lunatic Soul. It's actually the basis for Riverside. So yeah, really good group, and he has fantastic music. His website's fantastic too. He's got some circle of life thing going on, and all his albums come from different segments of the. You'll have to just see it to believe it. Anyway, thank you.
Good. I'm good.
I know. I knew you were going to react that way. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Scumdeath. We love you, brother. Remember, guys, as you're playing Witch Queen, as you're grinding all that gear and armor, remember to take breaks, go outside and touch grass every so often. Continue to be safe, everybody. And more importantly, hey, take care of one another.
The path to victory is long, but there's always hope. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Yeah, toddled.
That's a good episode, man.
That was fun.
Damn it, you got me today, man, on that damn podcast thing. You know what? You inspired me to, I got to tell you a little story here before we go. You inspired me to prank someone today. I had a customer sent me a picture and said, I got this weird fungus in my lawn. Can you tell me what it is? And I look at it. It's a fucking kitchen sponge. Because I can see the soapy water next to it. I'm like, good try. I already got fooled today. I'm not falling for that. And they're like, all right, fine. So I said, you know what? I'm passing this on. I have a client. He's about my age, and he lives in a nice neighborhood here where I live. Really super nice guy. He's been a client for like 20 years, dude. And I sent him a thing. I said, hey, I'm just following up, making sure you're in good shape. Any more activity in the kitchen? And he's like, no, we're all good. I said, well, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a new cast of termite that's swarming your neighborhood right now. And they're taking down houses in about 2 days. I said, they've already condemned 2 houses. In fact, I looked up a stock picture of, I got a stock picture of like something with caution tape around it. And I said, here's a pic. It's right down the street on the block you live on. And it looks very much like the houses he lives in. And, sure as shit, he says, oh my God. Wow. I said, well, what do I need to do? Todd, what do I need to do? What do I need to look for? And I said, nothing. April Fools. He says, you got me. I was like, good. I said, I've been pranked all day. I'm just glad I could pass it on. So I thought I'd share that with you.